Hi. Hello. Hi, everyone. How are you today? How are you? How are you? Whoa. You're sick? A lot of people I know are. Wait, why am I tracking like that? I need to fix this. Wait, 1 second. I'm configuring. Whoa. You're sick? I know a lot of people who are sick right now. I feel like everyone is flipping sick right now. I'm not sick. I have allergies, but in theory, it's a lot like it sounds a lot like being sick. It's not the same thing feelings wise, but it certainly sounds like it. Something in the water. What is that song? There's a song that's like, there's something in the water. Wash your hands frequently. Please wash your hands frequently. Holy potato stick. Okay, so I know we just started, but can I go on a tangent with you about washing hands? I just want to say, so since I was very young, I have always been a huge proponent to being someone who washes their hands. I love washing my hands. And I know that sounds weird. I am aware that it sounds weird, that I love to wash my hands. But I do this thing when I when I get anxious. When I get anxious, I like go into the bathroom and I like wash my hands. I don't know what it is, but like something about washing my hands just makes me feel so safe and comforted. It makes me feel refreshed. It makes me feel clean. Sometimes if I'm stressed out, I go and wash my hands just to feel the water run over my hands and the soap in between my fingers. It feels so nice. Oh yeah, I like to wash my feet as well. I love when my feet feel like I like when my feet feel really clean. I always wash my feet before stream, and I also always brush my teeth before stream. I just like to feel very clean, which is crazy because I actually am very messy. I think a lot of people think I would be probably like the most unmessy of my gen mates, but I'm pretty sure that I'm messier than like Yui and Serena and Rena. I can't say about the other girls, but I know that I'm pretty messy. I'm bad at keeping things organized, and I hate to clean. But I like to clean my body. I just don't like to clean in general. Yeah. Ever since I discovered washing your feet, I've really enjoyed it. When I was younger, obviously, you know, like, I don't know what it was. I had to, like, discover washing my feet. I don't know what it was. I, like, had to discover it, though, because it's not, like, obviously you wash your feet when you take a shower, right? But, like, I had not discovered it as an option for just everyday life. Is that weird to say that? I just, like, hadn't considered it. Does that make sense? It's like how you have to be told to wash, like, a certain part of your body, like, when you're young. Like, no one told me I could just wash my feet whenever I wanted. So I, like, didn't discover that. When is my birthday? My birthday is April 13th. So it'll be in April. April 13th. But yeah, I'm very excited, for my birthday. Yeah! I mean, obviously, I can't show it to you, obviously. I'd be like, let me show you right now! Me leaks my birthday art. No, I'm not gonna leak my birthday art. But, it looks very good. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. It's, yours was the 5th this month? Happy birthday! Jeez, today. I've had bad allergies to, like, the point where, like, I can feel that my throat feels very raw. Did my stream die? Is it back? I don't have anything that shows it dying. Did it die? Did it die? That's crazy. Because I only have green bars on OBS. Okay, nice. That's nice. No, it's not the shitty hotel Wi-Fi. It's probably me. My, what is it called? My, like, apartment? Stop! Now you heard the sniffles and now you're back! Stop! That's crazy! What is it called? My building potentially probably... Well, my building is very old. So I assume that sometimes my Wi-Fi is just bad because I'm in a very old building. I try... Like, without my Ethernet cable, I think my PC would just not work. I'll be so honest with you. Because unless I'm in the living room, my Wi-Fi, like my actual Wi-Fi is pretty bad. So I have like a 100-foot long... I mean, it's not 100 feet to get to my PC, but I have a 100-foot long Ethernet cable that runs from the router in the living room up against the wall all the way down to my room. Yeah, I do share my internet with her. You think I'm paying for that thing alone? It's expensive! We are sharing the internet. Can you imagine we both have... Can you imagine you live in an apartment and you and your roommate have different routers? That'd be so funny if we both had our own different routers and both paid for internet bill every month. No, I share my internet. We split the cost. That would be so funny. No, I've always split the internet with my roommates because right now I live with one roommate, but when I was a little younger, I had 2 roommates because I lived in a different apartment with more room. And when I had those 2 roommates, we split it 3 ways, which was nice because then it was even less money per month, but you know. Oh yeah, I hate paying for internet. I also hate paying for electricity. I mean, obviously you have to pay for it, but paying for it always like makes me, when I see that charge on my card, I'm always like, because I'm normally the one who I pay, and then my friends Venmo me back the money. Hi Emma, I hope your day's been good too. My day's been okay other than my allergies. Hi. Yeah, it's like I have these little command hooks, and I have them against the wall of the ceiling. So like because the wire for the Ethernet is like flat and thin, I have these little hooks, these clear little command hooks, and I put them against the wall, against the crease of the ceiling, from the living room all the way through the hallways to get to me. And then it goes right at my door, and then it goes on the walls in my room all the way down to my PC. It's virtually unnoticeable unless you, like, are looking for it. But it does, like, because I know it's there, it's an eyesore. Because I know that the wire is there, it's an eyesore. But, you know, I need it to stream, so it's whatever. I mean, yeah, but it's just because it's a different space. I'll be quite honest with you, my Toka parents, their house electricity per month costs less than my apartment, but that's because they have solar panels and my apartment does not have solar panels. Ooh, Google Fiber. I've never even heard of that. I just have normal Wi-Fi for my area. I'm drinking, I don't have any tea left in my apartment that's not the type that has to be brewed for like 2 hours, so I have, it's this, my Tokama sent me this puree that you put in hot water. It's a, what do you call it? It's pear and cherry flavored puree, and you can drink it with cold water, but she recommended I put it with hot water, and it's been so nice with hot water. It's like drinking a cherry tea. I mean, when I think of normal Wi-Fi, I just think of like a general provider that you would see like on the TV in an ad, you know? I don't normally save my provider because providers are in sections. You can't just get a provider because you want one. Like, your provider is based on where you live, which is why I don't say my provider that I have. Do you like my new chair? It's a booth asset. There's this cute little booth asset, and it's like a live 2D chair. And so now you can see when I move, because I do this all the time. So now you can see me move in my chair. It's like you're seeing me in real life. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's a monopoly. Before, I used to live near where I live, but not where I live. And that place had a different provider. And then I used to live a little uphill from where I used to live uphill from where I currently live, and that one actually had a different provider than where I live at the bottom of where I live now. Can I spin? Not 360, but I can spin side to side. This new one does. I found this asset like last week. It's from this provider, or this artist on Booth. What's her name? It's in Japanese. I have to read it out loud or I'm gonna say the wrong name. I have to read it out loud or I'm gonna say the wrong name. Let me read it or I will say the wrong thing and I'll feel bad because she worked really hard on it. Let me see. Her name is... Oh, why is that in Japanese? Wait, let me translate that. It's Amase Oruko. Amase Oruko. She makes really cute assets. She also is the one who made my glasses that I always wear. Amase made she's the one who made she made this. And also this. So, she's very good at making live 2D items. I love her items. Ugh. You wanna know why? I actually know why I had allergies today. I like, so yesterday I was trying out this new recipe to make, chicken tender with, well, it's not, like, it wasn't a crispy chicken tender, like, it wasn't fried chicken tender. But, it was chicken tenders that I had in the freezer, like regular chicken. And then, I put it in oil and a couple of different seasonings. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna use the air fryer because I like using the air fryer, but I always hate cleaning it. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use the air fryer anyway. So I put it in the air fryer, and then my roommate was like, I'm gonna heat up my pasta. And I was like, okay. And so she went to go heat up her pasta. And we both forgot we forgot when in my apartment, because of how the electricity works, if you use the air fryer and the microwave at the same time, it short circuits the entire place. So she put her pasta in the microwave, and then all of the electronics in our house turned off. Everything turned off, and I had to, you know, turn back on the breakers. Oh my god, hi Yui! Pasta! And then, I forgot that when that happens, I need to turn back on my air purifier. So, I have bad allergies today because I didn't realize until like literally an hour ago that my air purifier was off. Because, you know, when I say that I need my air purifier to be on like 24/7, I actually really do. If my air purifier isn't on, it's like almost 100% guarantee that I'm gonna have allergies that day. I don't know why I have such severe allergies to like just the being alive, but it's whatever. But I guess it's like whatever or something. When's the last time I changed my filter? I change it about every 6 months. About every 6 months I change the filter. And I have a filter in my bedroom, and then I have a filter in the living room. Or I have an air purifier in the living room. The living room one is a Honeywell one, and then the one I have in my room is a Winix one. It's a Winix one. Grass, trees, pollen, animal hair? Yeah. I'm allergic to grass, trees, pollen, animal hair, dust, mold, mildew, couple of different flowers, yeah, life. I know that, like, though I do know, it was so funny. So I went to a naturopath when I was getting tested for what I was allergic to. And she was just so funny. Because, she was that type. You know the type that, like, you know the type that likes to, like is, like, very hard ass? She was like, well, Toka. Like, cause she was like, you're allergic to a lot of things, but... And I was like, yes, there's a but. She was like, but really, your allergies aren't that bad. And I was like, oh! Thanks. Because she was like, you know, I've had clients where it's not just like nasal congestion and itchy throats and stuff like that. She was like, you know, I have had a lot of clients where like they break out in rashes quite often. And she was like, and at least you don't have rashes. And I was like, well, thanks for that beautiful clarification of why I should be happy about my life or whatever. She was so funny because my allergies aren't seasonal. They're like year round. Oh yeah, I'm allergic to hay. I'm also allergic to pine. Which was so funny because when I was a kid, I used to help set up the Christmas tree for my family. And every year, like I have a skin allergy to pine as well. It's not just like smell. I also am allergic to hay, like skin-wise, and not just smell. Because I do get rashes from certain things I touch, but not a lot. Like not to where it would be affecting my everyday life. But certain plants, and also certain animals. But I would help set up the Christmas tree every year, and I eventually realized that I shouldn't touch the Christmas tree. And so now I don't touch the Christmas tree, but also my mom doesn't set up the Christmas tree anymore because it's not worth it. It's too heavy. Christmas tree got hands? Oh yeah, it did. Oh yeah, it did. You know, one of my, like, childhood memories I think about all the time is when we got a Christmas tree from a new place. Because we always went to this one place and we always got our Christmas tree there. And then one day we were like, let's go to this other place. I think we went to City Mill for this time. The time that we went there, we never went back. So we went to City Mill to get a Christmas tree. And we brought it home. And when my Tokapa was tipping it over to drill a hole into the bottom so we could put it into the, like, stand for the tree, all of these bugs just flippin' flew out from the tree! It was like an evacuation. Like, they were like, get out! And it was like they were everywhere. And it was so scary. Because, like, we hadn't seen them at all. But, like, once he started moving it and then drilling into it, all these bugs just went and, like, flew right at us. Thank you, Zito. Have a good day at school. Have I taken cold medicine? No, I don't have a cold. No, I don't have a cold. But I did take allergy medication. It just didn't stop it. It made it a little better. It did make it a little better. Because earlier today, before I took my allergy medication, I had like a really itchy throat. It felt like I wanted to scratch my throat out. My throat was so itchy, and I kept coughing, and I kept sneezing, and then I could feel like my throat constricting when I was coughing. But now my throat's not itchy, I just still have nose things. Yeah, I have looked into getting an allergy shot. I talked to a doctor about it, but basically the issue is that I'd have to do the shot pretty often. And I don't live near any place that would be able to give me a shot, so I would have to bus there for about an hour and a half, like every other week to every week. And they would cost a certain amount of money per week, like bi-weekly. And I don't make a lot of money. So the thought of having to bus and then also pay for the shot every other week or so doesn't outweigh the benefit when I could just suffer. When I could simply just suffer. It's like, you know, as my doctor said, it could actually be worse. It could be worse. I did try a tincture once. My naturopath that I went to was like, well, Toka, if you don't want to get shots because you don't want to bust out here, why don't you try these? And she was like, you get these tinctures to have little bits of your allergens, and then you take it every single day under your tongue. You hold it there for 5 minutes. And then as we go through the different sets, the amount of allergens gets higher. And I was like, so do you just have a reaction to the allergen? And she was like, yeah. And so it's like, you expose yourself and have an allergic reaction every day until it goes away. And I was like, so how high is the success rate for this? And she was like, well, She was like, something could happen within 5 years, or your allergies could not get better. And the cost for the set per month was $200. And it was not covered by my insurance because my insurance does not cover naturopathic medicines. They only cover certain things that are like medical issue. And so, you know, I was like, you know, I'll try 1 month and see how bad the reaction is. And so I took home my first set and I tried it. And basically every day I put this little drop under my tongue and it would make my mouth itchy. And I did that every day for a month. Nothing happened, and it just irritated me every day. And nothing happened, and it just irritated me every day. And I was sort of like, I don't really think this is worth $200 a month, nor do I think that this is worth trying it for 5 years of my life in the hopes that something changes. Because at that point, what's like 5 times 12 times like 20, like 200, like... Wait, let me try this. Wait, let me do the math. Okay, so let's say I pay $200 a month for 12 months of a year. And I do that times 5. That is $12,000. That is insane. For a chance? Excuse me. If you give me a cure, maybe. the frick? Like, if you give me a magical miracle shot that I can take once, like, immediately. Sure, you know? I guess $12,000 could be worth it if I could have a miracle shot that gets rid of all of my allergies for the rest of my life, you know, but... For a chance, and I have to sit through it just irritating me every day, like, it's not really worth it. And also, she was like, and we can't add in the allergen for the dog and the cat because you're highly allergic to them until about 6 months in. And I was like, well, okay. I was like, so that doesn't seem worth it either. Better than gacha? Depends on the type of gacha, I'll be quite honest. With my luck, I wouldn't have gotten rid of my allergies. I'll be quite honest, because I've had my allergies since I was in preschool. So basically since I was alive. Oh yeah, I'm allergic to cats and dogs, and I have cats and dogs, but I vacuum basically every week. And I wash my sheets every week, so... In theory, I also... Well... I don't bathe my cat every day, or every week, or every month, because she doesn't like it, but I bathe my dog once a month to help with my allergies as well. So, you know. In theory, what can you do? I'm allergic to cats, dogs, rabbits, anything that has fur. My favorite thing is when my cat sits on my chest and then she goes up to my face to lick me. And then she'll drool sometimes, and then sometimes the drool gets in my eye and then my eye puffs up and gets red and I can feel my eye being red for like 2 days. My eye will get all puffy and red, tender. And it's so funny. It's so funny. She does that sometimes. It's not her fault. She doesn't know it, but she drools a lot. Do your cats do that? My cat drools a lot. She loves me. She loves to sit on my chest and drool on me, and she likes to... Her favorite thing to do is she comes up to my face and she puts her mouth on my cheek. She puts her mouth on my cheek, and then she drools on my cheek. It's like a little kiss. It's like a little kiss. She puts her face, doesn't even lick. She'll sometimes just put her face on my cheek, and she holds it there while kneading on me, and then she just drools. Because she's so relaxed and so happy, she just drools. I looked it up. That cats, when they like feel really comfortable and safe with you, they just start drooling because they're so relaxed and so happy that they can't control their drool. So my cat sometimes just puts her mouth on me and drools. And then after she's done with that, I go and I wash my face off, because if I don't, then my face will get a rash. Not ideal, but cute. It is really cute. She loves to lick me. She's my little baby. She's so cute. I love her so much. I'm so obsessed with her. Yeah, she does really like me. I do really enjoy her. My dog is not the same. He just likes to sit next to me, and he loves following me into every room. I think he wishes that he could be in my room at night as well, but I kick him out at night, because otherwise my cat gets upset. He's allowed in here during the day, but I have a little cat gate, so that at night he's not allowed in here. But he's really sweet. He likes to sit outside of my door when I go to bed at night, because he loves me and he wants to. He would prefer probably to sit on my bed with me at night, but that's where my cat is at night, so he can't be in here because I know he's gonna piss her off. But I know that he technically can break down. I know he can technically break down the door to my room, because sometimes if my neighbors make too much noise at night or in the morning, and I'm like in bed vibing, he breaks down the cat gate, and then he runs into my room to hide next to me near the bed. So I know that he technically can enter. He just knows he's not supposed to. Like, the cat gate doesn't actually stop him. He would just come in if he really wanted to. Sometimes if he's scared and he doesn't want to push the door open, he like tries to stick his head through the cat gate. And I'm like, you're gigantic, bro. Stop that. Because sometimes I don't know what my neighbors do. Sometimes they make a bunch of noise. And like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, it's not like sounds that you would be like, oh, that's normal. Like, sometimes you like I'll hear like this really loud like rolling sound. And I like don't know what they're doing. Like, it's like, because my apartment complex doesn't have wooden floors, we have carpeted floors. But I'll hear like this really loud like rolling sound and like a bunch of banging, and I don't know what's happening. And it doesn't sound like construction, and I don't know what they're doing up there. They make a bunch of sounds sometimes, and it scares my dog a lot. Is my dog pretty big? Yeah, he's pretty big. He's like 60 pounds. Like a 60-pound guy. A silly little man. Well, I call him little, but he's big. A silly big man. John Wick? Yeah. A cat and dog should take turns? Well, I would, but he's stinky. He's stinky. Yeah, he's medium-sized, but he can pull me, I'll tell you that. I used to... Once when I walked him, he saw a rabbit, and he, like, locked on, and he ran so hard at that rabbit that he pulled me down and dragged me across a field. Thankfully, I was wearing a very long jacket. Have a good night! Thankfully, I was wearing a very long jacket, and so him pulling me across the field didn't really hurt me, but I certainly got mud everywhere on my clothes. There was also another time where I was walking him with my Toka parents, and we were hanging out, and then I was carrying his like chucket with me, and then the ball fell out of the chucket and it rolled away from me, and he immediately lunged for the ball, and it was rolling away obviously, and so he pulled me so hard, he pulled me down, and that time I was not wearing a big jacket, and he dragged me across some gravel for a while until I let go of him, and then I had all these scrapes and bruises from him pulling me over and dragging me. Because he's normally very well behaved, but if you give him a fetch ball, or he sees a rabbit, or a squirrel, he goes sicko mode. He's very behaved until he sees a rabbit or a ball. He loves fetch. He'll do anything to play fetch. We don't play fetch that much. But he loves fetch. He's a bit of a fetch addict. That's so fetch. Stop trying to make fetch happen, Gretchen! But no, I mean, I love them both, you know. But he's big for me, because he's stronger than I am. Like, well, that's not true. I can pull a toy away from him, but like, if he's running, he's way stronger than I am. He's a strong guy. He also has allergies. So does my cat. Both of my pets have allergies. I don't know what happened. I picked animals that have allergies. I don't know what happened. Like, my cat has an allergy to chicken, and she sneezes all the time, and my dog has some skin allergies, and also my dogs growing up had allergies, like my Toka parents' dogs. Those had skin allergies too. Also, my one of my Toka parents' dogs growing up actually had an allergy to pollen. So most of my pets that were like dog-like, you know, they all had allergies growing up. What am I not allergic to? I'm not allergic to a lot of foods. I actually can eat basically anything. I'm a little allergic to poppy seeds. Because if I eat poppy seeds, I get like straight poppy seeds, not like if they're like if they're cooked into like a bagel, it's fine, but like poppy seed dressing makes me itchy. I get a rash from it. I also used to have a mystery rash when I was younger. And it was weird. It only happened on Halloween. Does that seem weird to you? I had this rash that I would get every Halloween when I was younger. It mysteriously stopped happening when I got older, but I would have a pretty bad rash when it was Halloween specifically. And it would be all over like my legs and my thighs and my arms. I would just get this really bright red rash to the point where it was so itchy that my parents had to get me calamine to put on it. It wasn't hay though, because where I grew up, they didn't put hay outside for Halloween. I didn't grow up in that sort of thing. I'm not allergic to pumpkin because I eat pumpkin pie and I used to carve pumpkins. Like my family didn't decorate for Halloween, and almost all of my costumes growing up were stuff that my Tokuma made herself. So I don't really know what it was, because my Tokuma used to make my costumes. Yeah, it was really cute. All of my stuff growing up from her was made by her, because she was like, why would we go to the store to get your stuff? Allergic to ghosts? It could be the ghost. Honestly, it could be the ghost. You never played outside of the local park and got blistered? No, I did not. But I did fall a lot though. I did have that. Yeah, well, they were like cosplay level, but my Tokuma did it, I think, because a lot of my outfits I wanted to wear when I was younger were very niche. So it wouldn't make sense to try to find something to wear for it. Like, one year I was Dawn from Pokemon. I was Raven from Teen Titans. I was... one year I was a penguin. Because of Happy Feet. One year when I was young, I was a penguin. It was mostly like just things that I like wanted to be. That were like not gonna be worth going to like a party city for. Stinging nettle. You know, when you say nettle, it just makes me think of the nettle in Fear and Hunger. But it went away. The rash went away. I don't have it anymore. Not on Halloween anyway. But I think I grew out of a lot of other old allergies I used to have. Because I also used to just break out in hives sometimes. So, though I will say, sometimes I break out in hives when I get too stressed as well. So I think it also could be one of those things. I mean, I wasn't stressed during Halloween when I was a kid. But nowadays, if I get too stressed, I can have a rash. I don't know why. Is there like a reason for it? I know that, like, isn't there like a medical reason for that? Like, when you get too stressed out, you get a rash? No, my allergies were... Ooh, were they better? They were a little better. My allergies were a little better congestion-wise, I think, when I was a kid. But my, what do you call it? My asthma was much worse when I was younger. My asthma when I was a kid was bad enough where my Tokapa had to bring had to have my nebulizer. We had to buy a separate nebulizer to have at school, and then he would have to drive down sometimes when I was at school if I needed to use it because the nurse wasn't able to use it, and so he would have to bring my medication so they could use it at school with me because I couldn't breathe sometimes. It's because when my Toka parents were blessed by the elder gods in the creation realm with me to give birth to me, because obviously they created me, and then they were like, she should learn how to be an actual daimon, and so they were like, let's pick someone to bless with this child, and so they blessed them with me, and then I was there. I came out underbaked is what I like to say. I came out underbaked. And what my Tokuman will tell you is that I was too impatient to wait to be born. What she tells people is that I'm too impatient, so I wanted to be born early. And what I like to say is that I came out underbaked. I sometimes I look at pictures of a younger me and I go, wow, she looks so underbaked. Put her back in the oven. She looks underbaked. I had a lot of health issues because I was underbaked. I didn't want to stay in there and get fully toasted, you know? I was like, it's hot in here, let me out! I was all ooey gooey. Yeah, let me out! She was like, you didn't even let me enjoy the last parts of my pregnancy. And I was like, well, wasn't my fault. She's like, I never even... we literally talked about this, like, when I called her a couple days ago, where she was like, you didn't even let me be pregnant enough for people to make jokes about me being pregnant. And I was like, well, sorry. Didn't really choose that, but I apologize. That you didn't have people state to you that you look pregnant and ask you questions about your pregnancy. I mean, if you're a twin, that makes sense. It's like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of, like, sometimes I talk to people and then they're like, I apologize. I didn't mean to do that. What was I gonna say? Oh! I can remember what I was talking about earlier. Oh! That's what I was gonna say. Did you guys enjoy, all of the festivities this last weekend? Wait, my art in the background is, like, not big enough anymore? What is happening? Hello? Why is that small now? Well, I mean, I'm gonna replace it in, like, 1 second, but, like, it was so small. Did you guys see the new art that was under Toka Frame today? Did you see this cute art by Pachiko? Look at this. Look at this cute art. This is a fan art by Pachiko. It's very cute. I wanted to put it on my wall. Look at it. It's so cute. It's by this artist named Pachiko. It's so cute. I wanted to put it on my wall. I like putting fan art on my wall. Makes me so happy. Look at that. Look how well it fits on my wall. It's so cute! And then I have my Vanali art next to it with me and Yui. Oh, I need to put the new one! Oh, you're so right. Nobody said that, but I need to do that. Let me get the new one, the Valentine's Day one. Let me go get it. My new Vanali art. Vanali. My new finale Valentine's Day art. I gotta put it on my wall. Look at that. This is by Vanali. Yay! I'm so excited for you to work on your Crybaby sheep. Look, we're gonna put it on the wall. Let me grab the layer and push it behind everything. Hey, where is the layer? So it's the right layer. Nope, that is the wrong layer. Nope, that is the wrong layer. Whoopsie. Whoa, that was a lot. Where did it go? What is happening? I have too many layers. What's happening? Let me add it back in. I have so much layers in here that I pressed Control Z and I think it just glitched it out for a second. I have like, So you don't see this because I always keep the room looking like this, but I actually have several different rooms. Okay, and then we're gonna just grab this layer part, move this here, and then just... There we go. Because, so, you don't know this because I don't do this a lot, but I have, here, let me show it to you. Chat's gonna disappear for a second, but look, okay. This is the morning room. This is morning. But I don't like the lighting in that one. And then there's also, this is, oh no, this is morning. This is morning. This one is morning time. This one is morning. This is daytime. And then the other one, this other one is nighttime because the window is closed. So this is nighttime. But I always keep it at the afternoon. Well, the morning one never gets used because I just like the way the lighting looks during the afternoon one. It looks like it's golden hour. It's your golden hour. So that's why we always use the afternoon one, because it looks like golden hour. So that's why I always use it. Yeah, it's just cozy and warm, you know? The best part of waking up is when the sky is beautiful. The sky was so beautiful today for like 5 seconds and then it became gray again and I was like, well, okay. Oh yeah, you guys never really got to see this guy up close. Do you like my chibi? Do you like her? What do you think of her? Hey, what do you think of her? I like how everyone's been like putting them on their heads. She's just an accessory. No, the truth is I got her so that if I had to stream a game that was big, I would be able to have her to use on to stream instead of my model, because my model is like very what do you call? My model is very many size, big size. So sometimes having to use it makes it like sometimes having to use it makes it like my computer just like it does like the and then it shuts down. You like these just chatting streams? You hope I do them more often? I'll be so honest with you, I don't do a lot of just chatting streams because I talk a lot before I stream most of the time, and also because I often feel like I won't have enough to say, and then I do a stream and then I'm like, well, maybe I do have enough to say to do a just chatting stream. Sometimes I'm like, can I even talk for long enough to do a Zatsu? Every stream is a stream. You know, I just sometimes I think about it. I'm like, do I have enough material to talk about for at least like 2 hours for a stream? But then sometimes I say that to you and she goes, Toka, don't you just always talk anyway? And I'm like, well, maybe. I don't freaking know. Oh yeah. So I was watching Serena's VOD for her Ifudodo cover talk on last night, basically. And I was gonna show you my art again. This thing. Did you like this art in the Ifudodo cover? My favorite thing about it, I'll be so honest with you. So I was gonna talk about the process of this. So, what was very fun is that when the first art draft came in, I actually I came up with this part. You see it, I won't zoom in too much on it, but you know, where the the chest part is, where it has the like little teardrop with the lines going into it, and then like, so when we got the first draft back in for this art, it didn't have the little like teardrop with the like straps going into it. It was actually more shaped like a sports bra or a bralette. So the original version of this art had me in like more of a sports bra slash bralette sort of situation. And I was like, I want more. I was like, I would like more. Like, I want more. Like, I don't want like this panel covering up the entirety of the top. Because I was like, if I'm gonna get a like slightly lewd art, I'm not gonna wear a sports bra. Because it wasn't the size difference. It was more like there was more cloth covering. So it looked kind of like wearing a sports bra. And I was like, if I'm gonna be in a lewd art, I'm gonna go the full length. I'm not gonna just like have a sports bra on it, you know? Like if I'm paying for it for Ifudodo, I'm not wearing a sports bra. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna it's like when you dip your toe in a pool. If I'm gonna dip my toe in the pool, I'm gonna swim. So I came up with the idea of having this little teardrop shaped ring where the lines go into it, so the straps are in it. But I like that this artist came up with they did this like little strappy thing on my thigh that's like the beads on my skirt, which I thought was super cool. Cause I like didn't think about that at all. And then like they came up with the little straps on the undergarment part that is similar to like the straps on my sweater and stuff. And they didn't do this on purpose, but I like how also the side angle has the same sort of side angle that my bodysuit does when I turn my model. I like that a lot as well. They got a lot of details good. And when they first turned it in, I also really liked how they did my let me erase those half of her. So I can zoom in without getting in trouble. I really, really like my expression. That's one of my favorite parts of this art, is my expression. My favorite thing about the expression is that I would never make this sort of face. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I feel like a lot of artists get my model, like my reference sheet, and then they give me like a really cool face. They always make me seem super cool, like super like, I'm indifferent, I'm better than you. You know? Like my key art has such a like indifferent, I'm holier than thou, I'm so cool and mysterious like look on her face. Like my key art, just like she looks like so cool. And every time I look at my key art, I'm like, who is she? Who is that? I don't think I've ever been this cool as this Ifudodo art ever in my flippin' life. More adult? I am an adult! Huh? You can't make me more of an adult. I am very mature too. Do I not seem it? I'm very mature. I'm very mature and adult. I think anyway. But I like that the expression is very smug aura. I wish I gave this aura off. And I like how long she made my nails. I mean, my nails are long, but they're not that long. I also like how every artist who draws my nails draws them much darker than I think they actually are on my model, but I like that a little bit more, honestly. I like it a little bit more, honestly. Like, look how dark they are. Yeah, I like how it stands out. Yeah, the color of purple is really cool. Have I ever showed my, like, full key art? Have you guys seen my full key art? The aura of it is, quite poggers, I will say. Where is it? Let me grab it. I have it. Where is it? Holes? Yeah, I've watched Holes. I watched it in a history class once. It's not history, it was just my my teacher was like doing a movie day, probably because they didn't want to teach us that day. So we watched Holes. Where's my file for this? I have a file for this. Where is it? Where's the file? Here it is. Because I think you see this art on the website, don't you? Let's see. StellarVersePro.com. Is it on the website? I think it is on the website. Is it not? Yeah, it's on the website. My art's on the website. It's this. She's so big. Hello. This art is gigantic. Hello. I didn't know that this art was gonna make me have to scale it down 20,000 times just to show it to you. Oh, the snake venom nails! Yeah. What did I just move? Excuse me, key art. Hello? Like, look at the aura. Who is she? Why is she so cool? Look at her aura. Where'd she get that? I don't have that. Look how cool she is. Look at how cool this version of me is. Where did she get that? Did she get it at Walmart? How'd she pick that up? Was it on sale? How do I get it on sale? Can I get a 2-for-1 deal? Could she get one and then I get one? I can buy her a 2-for-1 deal pack? And then also Weepy's in the corner. I love my little Weepy art. Look how cute Weepy is. Cool aura sold out, sorry. When is it coming back in restock? Hello? Can I... Hello? What do you mean she doesn't look like she has a sniffle? What do you mean she looks like she doesn't sniffle? What the frickety? What the flippy flap? What the flip? Excuse me, Stave? What the flippity? She's so tall, too. Look how tall that she is. Whoa. Look how tall she looks. You didn't expect this much sniffles when you signed up for this? What do you mean? I will be honest though, when I debuted, I took 3 Zyrtecs. Just in case. You shouldn't take 3 Zyrtecs, by the way. You're supposed to take 1 every 24 hours. Sometimes I take 2 when I'm desperate, but it doesn't normally solve my problem. I take, so here's what I do. I'll tell you my secret that doesn't actually fix my allergies, but it helps. I take every other day I take a different pill. So on one day I'll take Zyrtec, the next day I take Allerclear. Because if you take too much, then then you get used to it. So I switch off the days between Allerclear and Zyrtec. And I even have a bottle next to my stream. So if I ever forget to take one, it's right here. Then I can take it midstream. But on my debut day, I took 3 Zyrtecs. You're supposed to take 1 per every 24-hour period, but I took 3. And, you know, I didn't have my allergies during debut. Room to work in nasal sprays? I do have nasal spray. I do have it. I use it sometimes, but I feel like it only works like once in a while. I feel like this doesn't work that well, but I don't know. I still have my allergies anyway, so it doesn't matter if it works well. I take it anyway. Let's take Benadryl together. I don't like Benadryl. I'll be quite honest with you. When I took Benadryl when I was younger, it made me like... It makes me feel like really weird. Like I don't get fully sleepy, but it makes me feel like what do you call? Like it it doesn't make me sick. Like it doesn't make me sleepy, but it makes me feel like, yeah, like it doesn't make me sleepy at all. Benadryl doesn't make me sleepy, but it like it makes me feel like my body feel weird. Does that make sense? Like I'm not sleepy, but my body feels weird and lethargic. Because my mind still works when I take Benadryl. I can still do stuff, but it makes my body feel really lethargic. So I don't really take Benadryl. Yeah, like it makes my body feel very sluggish. I did try to take it when I was younger though, but it never really helped with my allergies, which was kind of weird. Benadryl never really helped. I'll be so honest with you. Sometimes when I don't feel great and I have bad allergies, I just take NyQuil, and it doesn't stop me from having allergies, but it does clear my sinus a little bit. Like if I really can't breathe, I just take some Dayquil and it makes my sinuses feel a little bit better. Even if I'm still sniffling, it makes me feel less congested. Don't know what it is. Probably the menthol. Yeah, I don't take melatonin. Melatonin never did anything for me. Back when I used to, well, I still have sleep problems, but when I had more serious sleep problems, back a long time ago, I used to, my doctor prescribed me melatonin, I took it, and it didn't do nothing. Oh my god, yes, I forgot to talk about it! I read it! I did read your fanfiction. I actually read it. I really liked the theme with the bracelet theme where everyone gave her a bead. That was really, really cute. I liked how you had everyone doing a different activity throughout the camp. That was also really fun. I will say, I was like, why would you name me Trisha? My name is Toka! But that's because I associate the name Trisha with Trisha Paytas, and I was like, does Ashley think I'm crazy? Am I crazy? Crazy? I was crazy once. I was in a room with rats, a rubber room, in the ribber room, in the rats, and I don't know the rest of that copy pasta. I was crazy once in the room with the rats, and then they were in the walls or something. But I read the whole thing. It was very good. I liked it. I especially also liked the part where I liked the part where you made it really sad for a second because Serena was singing at the dock, and then she was like singing Lost in Time, and then she was like, oh yeah, at least you could still have a love person. I was like, what the flip? She was like, my friend's dead. I was like, what the flip? You know that moment when you go to the dock to sing about your dead friend? You know that moment when you go to the docks to go sing about your dead friend on Valentine's Day? Hello? It was like, hello? It was like, oh hey, Serena dead friend call out. But no, that was really funny. Yeah, as you do. Serena would, though. She's very theatrical. She literally would. League of Legends collaboration with Serena Wen. I don't know if you want me to do a League of Legends collaboration. I would probably just play Yumi so I could just let her walk around while I Yumi next to her, and then I and become the Yumi that everyone hates, which is the Yumi that does nothing. You think I would be smart enough to play League of Legends? Do you genuinely think that? That's very kind of you if you think that. I'm not smart enough to play League of Legends. I can't do anything. I don't know how to play video game. I certainly could play Yumi though, and just attach myself to her while she walked around or something, but then she couldn't play Seraphine if I was Yumi, right? Because then we would both be supports. I only know Yumi because one of my friends plays League, and she is like a Yumi main, and she's really good at it. But I know that Yumi's a support. And then Serena is Seraphine, and Seraphine is a support. So then we couldn't play together because we'd both be supports. Or can you play an entire team of supports? What does an APC mean? You can just go carry therapy and it's fine. I don't even know what that means. What is APC? How do you carry a support? Marvel Rivals is popular? I can't play Marvel Rivals because it's a shooting game. Yeah, I know. Put the uppata, put the uppata, put the uppata, uh-huh. I know uppata. Ability power carry. She farms bot instead of support. Isn't bots like what you pay to like make comments on social media? Is there bots in League of Legends?
Welcome to the Toka Cult, Crybaby.
Dreamy! Hello! Welcome to the Toka Cult! Hi! Hello, everyone. This is an announcement. If you don't know Dreamy Etude, she's a part of Vivaria Virtual, and if you haven't followed her yet, you're missing out because she's literally the most hilarious person on this planet. Hello, this is a PSA. Yeah, everyone act cool. Dreamy's very cool. She's great at yapping, and she always streams at night when I can actually, like, listen to someone yap, which is amazing. Oh my god, you like it? Yeah! I have two pictures from fan art. There's one by Pachiko and there's one by Vanali. Dreamy, you're so funny. Why would you do that? You're crazy. You're so crazy. Guys, Dreamy is so cute. Also, with Vivaria's debut, they also released a new original song called Virtual Wonderland. And if you haven't heard it, you should listen to it. Dreamy sounds very good in it. One day, Dreamy and I are gonna play video games together. Do I know which yet? No, but she's Pog. Do I know what game I need her to carry me in? No, but she's Pog. She makes me laugh. She's so good at yapping. Measuring the hairline of... What do you mean? Measuring the hairline. My hairline goes all the way to the top. Do you see? It's made of freaking crystals. What you talking about? My hair is at the top. Look. Look at this. Wait. My hair is made of crystals. What are you talking about? My hair is made of crystals. Wait. Attach back to my hoge. Attach again. There we go. Toka birthday merch in the future, I shall wail. Yes, you will get it on April 13th, you know? The gods made sure her bangs cover. Have you watched any VTubers before in your life? Hello? Every VTuber has bangs covering their forehead, unless they're bald. If they're bald, then they don't, but you know. But from Danganronpa, no. My hoge looks like a music note. Hello. Looks like a music note? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. It looks like a music note. If my forehead was exposed, it would look like any other VTuber's forehead. If my forehead was exposed, it would look like any VTuber's forehead. All anime girls have rather large heads. I don't know what you mean, like, I have a big forehead. Everyone has a fucking big forehead. Sorry, flip. Everyone has a flippin' big forehead. It's just how anime art looks. I don't know what you're talking about, as if my forehead is unique. When's the forehead reveal? Never! You'll all just make fun. Did that fix it? Hello? Did that fix it? Is it back? Did it work? Yippee! Benali! What the flippity floppers? Thank you for the 5 gifted. I don't know why you did that when my computer was broken, then you didn't get the fun alert. Then you don't get to see the fun alert. I'll give you this, look. I'll just have to do it live. I mean... Fine, I'll do it live here. Let me get my thing off. Where's my music? Let me turn my music off. Welcome to the Toga Cult, Crybaby. There you go. Let me get my chair back. My chair is gone. Not my chair, but I need to sit. Chair. 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 Meow. 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 Oh, flip. I didn't make it. I made it attached to me. No, we don't want that. Chair. Blue. No pinning to the model. Flip, I put it in front of me. This is so smart. Chair. Attempt number 3. Chair. No pinning to the model and behind me. There we go. There we go. Hello. That's my scribblish caching. Dessert tiers? Oh my god, I want to do that tier list. I really do. I'll be so honest with you. I want to do that tier list so badly. I don't know where it is though. I don't know how she got it. Does anyone have that tier list? Does anyone know which one that one is? I want to do that next week. Someone should send me that quiz into my general. You guys should send me all of the ones that she did and put it in my general. And then I'll do it next week. Because I have some opinions to say. Opinions that I want to talk about. She was a little interesting, wasn't she? With some of her opinions on some of those foods. Yeah, we did a tier list of desserts and flavors. And I was like, holy flippa-flapple. But I love her. Only that black licorice is S tier? No! What about red vines? Red vines looks like... Red vines is S tier. Yes, I would agree red vines are. I don't think black licorice is S tier. Is red vines even a licorice? I'm a huge fan of red vines. I'm a huge fan. I especially like to drink water out of red vines, and then once it gets harder and chewier from all the cold water going through the red vine straw, then I like to eat it after that. Have you guys ever done that? No, it's not. Cheesecake is delicious. I don't even like cheese, but I think cheesecake is delicious. I love to drink through red vine and then eat my red vine. Oh, and you want to know one of my favorite candies in the whole world? Have you ever gone to a candy store and then gotten my candy store, it's my candy, it's my candy store, it's a candy store. But have you ever gone to a candy store and gotten those ones that are like little noodle strings? Say yes. There's like, you can get a bag and then you put the candy you want from the candy store in the bag, right? And you go by weight. But I used to go and just get a bag of those freaking strings. Yeah. Wait, let me find what they're called. I love them. I love them so much. It's like candy noodle? No, not like that. Like a string. They're they're like rainbow licorice ropes. Yeah, rainbow licorice laces. That's what they call them, I guess. String licorice candy, licorice strings, the shoestring looking ones. They look like they look like a rainbow like laces and pasta. They are one of my favorite candies in this whole world. They don't taste like licorice at all. But then you I need to okay wait. Let me grab an image. I need to grab an image. Let me grab an image, please. 1 second. Hold, I'm grabbing an image. Hold, I'm grabbing an image. This is what I'm talking about. These. You ever see these before? Have you ever seen this before? You see this? You ever eat this before? This thingy? This is one of my favorite candies in my whole life. These beautiful, beautiful looking noodly things. They do look like bungee cords. In fact, they look like plastic. In fact, they look like plastic. In fact, they look just like plastic. But they taste... Well, it tastes a little bit like plastic. But they're not. It's like the texture is like a chewy plastic. But it's sweet. You know, but it's sweet and it's the chewy texture that really gets me. I love the texture. It's so good. Sweet, chewy plastic? Yeah, it's kind of what it is. Those things that like they hurt someone? No, they don't. And you can eat a bunch of them. You can eat a bunch of them once a day because they're so thin. They're so thin. And I just liked to have them in my mouth so I could chew them. What's it called? My friends used to make fun of me and say that I have an oral fixation. I just like the feeling of chewing. I love to chew on things. I like to chew and I love having like I like chewing on like something chewy. Something chewy makes me really happy. I like to chew. Like I love chewing on gum. I like chewing on like the little noodly candies. Texture is really important when I eat. I like to have things in my mouth that feel good. Saltwater taffy? I love saltwater taffy. Depends on the flavor though. Some flavors of saltwater taffy are not very good. Specifically, I really hate the popcorn flavor. Popcorn flavor saltwater taffy is disgusting. But I like most other flavors. What, have you never had the... No, it is not. I don't want to taste butter saltwater taffy. I don't like the butter flavor. I don't want to chew butter. I like my favorite flavors of saltwater taffy is I like strawberry. I like blackberry. Oh, I like the root beer flavored ones. I love root beer. Root beer might be one of my favorite sodas. I love root beer. It's so good and creamy. Strawberry is peak. It is peak. That's why I love certain someone that's next to me in that art over there. Strawberry is peak. And that's not a joke. That's for reals. I love strawberry saltwater taffy. I also like Laffy Taffy. I love Laffy Taffy. I like candies that have a long chew. Like I don't want to just bite into it and it's done. Like I want something that has flavor that lasts and I can chew it for a while. I wanna chew something so much my jaw starts to hurt. I'm like a freaking animal. I'm like a freaking animal. I want something that I can just like chew and chew and chew and like I feel like sometimes I'm like you know how like dogs like they get serotonin when they chew? You know that? You know how they say? What? Thank you so much, Asen, for the yellow super. Do we have wallpaper yet? If not, can we get a token wallpaper? I don't have a wallpaper for you guys, but if you want, you can always screenshot my opening screen and use it. I know that Yui recently got a wallpaper for you guys, but the reason that Yui was able to get a wallpaper and get it for you guys was because it was one of her membership opening awards. So like when you funded it for her membership, she was able to afford getting it. You know? Wallpapers are very expensive. And the only reason she was able to afford it was because you guys funded it for her. You know? Yeah, the reward was around $200. Because the thing is, if I release art as a wallpaper, that implies that I'm paying for the right to hand it out for people to have as a wallpaper, right? I don't think you should fund like a $200 wallpaper by yourself. I think you should as much as I enjoy getting things, I think you should not empty your wallet for me. That's a lot of money. Please be responsible with your money. If you would like to commission wallpaper of me, you're more than welcome to commission someone to draw a wallpaper of me. It's a great wallpaper. That's very kind of you. I mean, you know, my debut starting screen has no what do you call? Doesn't have this ad thing that I have on it. Here. If you want a wallpaper, an easy to use wallpaper, you can screenshot this. Look. Oh, cocoon. I think that was basically like long enough for you to get a good shot. I think so, probably. It does make a good wallpaper. I know it does make a good wallpaper because I have it as my wallpaper. I just don't want you guys to spend too much money. I mean, I appreciate it, but please always take care of your finances. You know, Yui was able to hit her donation goal for her membership goal for the wallpaper because she was doing a stream that she was able to reach the height of it, you know? But you know, I don't ever expect to make that much from one stream. And I want you guys to have enough money to get by and, you know, live your lives. Please take care of your finances. Holy, you know, please take care of your finances. Holy. Yeah, it would be around 1K, yeah. Oh yeah, it would probably be. But I can always add, if you guys want like a wallpaper, if I ever do like an event like that where there's like rewards, I can always add one as like a reward. You know? I can always add one as a reward. If you guys would like to fund something like that one day, I can always add one as a reward. I unfortunately do not get enough, not enough. I don't get a lot of skeb art either because I spend most of my extra money from my IRL job and also streaming when it's not me paying my, you know, my rent and like for food is me funding like music projects. So, which always take a lot longer than you guys probably think they do. They take a lot of time. Save 1K or peak wallpaper. Well, I wouldn't buy a $1,000 art wallpaper. That's a little expensive. I don't make that type of money. But, you know, I have, what do I have? I mean, I have that art, and then, like, you can basically use any art that's fan art for, like, a wallpaper. A wallpaper for 1K better be 4D. I mean, a lot of art goes for, like, 1K. That's a normal price for, like, certain types of art, like, depending on the artist. Because artists deserve to be paid fairly and and they deserve to get paid whatever they decide to price their art at. But I like, but I don't personally buy art that's 1K normally. I mean, I don't think I've ever spent that much money on art before. Like, what is it? Where is it? Where is that art I'm looking for? Where did I put it? It's not a wallpaper. But it's something I could use if I wanted to use it for a wallpaper. Let me go to my skeb. I did buy, like, some cute skebs before debut so I could have them to put on my stuff. Let me get my completed skebs. Like this one, to me, I use this as a wallpaper as well. This is my laptop wallpaper. This is my favorite. This is my little laptop wallpaper. This is my favorite piece of art I've ever commissioned in my life. Let me get it. It's this one without the signature on it. This art I got of me and Yui as a gift for her and I, just for funsies because I love her. I got it from KTM Huna, and I got that, and I use this for wallpaper on my actual personal device. This is my wallpaper I use for my laptop. Is this piece of art? And the artist posted it on Twitter, so if you guys wanted to use it as your background, like, it's on Twitter. You guys are more than welcome to, like, the artist posted it. Like, you can use it, you know, I guess, because they did put it on Twitter. If you take it off of Twitter and put it on your background screen, no one will stop you. It's very pretty. I love it. It's very cute. I said, "Hi, artist, can you draw art of me and this girl making a cake together? I'm a little bit messy and she's teaching me how to cook it or bake it." And they were like, "Yes, ma'am." And so they made me this art. Beautiful art. Love it. Huge fan. I look at that art every day because it's on my laptop. And then this is the one I was looking for. This one. This was what I was looking for. I have this thing. Look at this. This is cute art. Look at this cute art. It's from this artist called Yurei-chan XXX. Very cute. A little too busy for me to have my own background, but it's very cute. I just don't normally hand out full-size PNGs of my art because I don't pay for commercial use, so I can't just hand out the art, but I do use it on my schedules. That's where you normally would see something like this. The little crying demon, that's my mascot. That's Weepy. I guess some of you guys, if you weren't there for my debut, you wouldn't know who Weepy is. Weepy is my mascot, my pet mascot. My pet mascot is Weepy, and then my everyday mascot, my fan mascot is this little sheep named Crybaby. There's many of you, and you all look like this sheep right here, but the sheep is customizable. That's why there's customized ones in the background of my stream. Teddy from Persona 4? I've never played Persona 4. I don't know what that is, but I could see that. I designed both Weepy and Crybaby. Crybaby sheep. Wait, what is this? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that, because if I just leave PNGs in my OBS scene, it's just gonna build up, and then I'm gonna die. Remove. Put a Giga Chat face on it? Put a Giga Chat face on what? From what? On what? I don't understand what that is a reference to. One Crybaby? I mean, you could if you wanted to. It's up to you to design. Everyone can design their own when they are part of the Weepy Warriors tier. And if you're in the Weepy Warriors tier, then I put it in the backgrounds. And I put them in the... And then I put it in the background in my room. Yay! Have a good sleep, Conclaver, please! I hope you get better. I hope you wake up tomorrow feeling refreshed and not feeling sick at all. Good night! Good night! But yes, what I was gonna say was... Oh! I completely forgot what I was talking about earlier. Oh, yes. I was gonna ask you guys... what you thought about all of the events that happened over the weekend. Did you guys have fun? I was a part of the Lovesick Parade, the Sweet Symphonies Relay, and the Virtual Hearts Relay. I was gonna ask you guys if you had fun. And also if you want more content like that, because I did want to take note of if you guys enjoy that sort of like acting-based, character-based sort of content. Or if you just prefer if you would prefer more of just like gaming content versus that. Like I don't know if that's something you enjoy, like the whole like having a plot and sometimes decisions and stuff like that. Motoku is always an out. Thanks, Web. That's very kind of you. I will say, so on Friday, we're doing a. Oh, I'm gonna cough. So on Friday, you like my costume changes? I had to I drew them. They were like, I was trying to draw them, but not draw them too much because it was supposed to look like I threw it together last minute. I made such a mistake with that where I like... So, well, please take care of your money, Ace, and you don't have to spend too much money, okay? Just take care of yourself as much as you can. I wrote, so what you watched on Sunday was like extremely abbreviated of the script I wrote. I wrote an 8-page script. I wrote an 8-page script. And I thought that it would fit into 20 minutes. I'll be so honest with you. I was like, this will be only 20 minutes. And so that's why sometimes, when I was clicking on like the boxes and stuff, like the wrong box would show up and you would be like, what is that? That's not the right box. It's because I was like trying to remember which one was labeled which as I deleted boxes, because each box, each part of the script had 2 options, and the option you picked was gonna change how I reacted to you. So I had other, like, so if you picked A and then it was the positive reaction, then I skipped to the positive part of the reaction. And so the boxes that were wrong were boxes that I was either trying to delete because I didn't have time to do the box, or like I was trying to delete a part of the script that I couldn't do anymore because I was running out of time. Because when I was like, so like Yui and I were like calling before the relay, like a couple days before we were like putting our stuff together. We were putting our stuff together. And she was like, yeah, my script is like 7 to 8 pages long. And I was like, oh, so 7 to 8 pages long should probably be the right size for a script. I did not take into account that I also had to, I wasn't just reading a script, I was also improvising part of it. And I didn't consider the fact that me yapping over the script I already wrote, plus doing like costume changes and moving around, was gonna take so much freaking time. So I think I cut at least half of the script, because I had like the whole scenes like scripted. Like I was gonna act them out. Like I had like all of this stuff written. I never ran it fully. I just kind of went through the transitions the whole time, because I was like, well, I don't want to make it too rehearsed. I want it to be like fun and like freewheeling. So I just kind of like ran through changes in the script and I like moved myself. And I never considered that would be over 20 minutes. I'll be so honest with you. Really? Thank you! I'm happy you like my songs and my songs covers. Yeah, on paper, I need you to know, like, the point where I stopped reading the script completely was at where I got to this, when I got to the Tin Man, because the Tin Man, at that point, I realized that I was gonna have to speed up way faster, because that was already like, we were nearing 13 minutes, and I had no idea. That was like within the first in the first third of my script was the Tin Man. We got to meeting the Tin Man at the 1/3 point of my script, and I was like, frick. I was like, frick. Oh my god, frick. And so I was like, just like throwing my stuff around. I was like, oh my god, do something, Toga. Speed this up. But you know, I was told that people thought it was a part of the act, and I was like, that's great. I was not supposed to be that frazzled. I was supposed to be frazzled, but not that frazzled. I did not know that that script was that long. It probably would have been more like maybe 45 minutes, because if I got to like or even maybe a lot longer, because if I got to the Tin Man at around 13 minutes, and that was 1/3 in, maybe it would be more like a 45 to 45 to 50 minute script, maybe? I don't know. So I had to like move myself and do costume changes. Hi Rice, hi! What is it called? You would like to see what I would do without time constraints? Oh, that's cool. I mean, I would love to do that actually. I would like to write more scripted stuff and do more like acting based content. I think that would be fun. The one this Friday is gonna be like kind of not scripted, but it'll have characters. So it's not gonna have a script at all. You're not gonna have choices. But so Friday is supposed to be a maid roleplay ASMR. And so it's gonna be kind of set up where like I'm playing all of the girls at a maid cafe. So I'm gonna have different hair colors and outfit colors of different maids. And then you can pay to switch out a maid. It'll be sort of like, you know, in Bunny Garden. You know in Bunny Garden how like you can pay for like the champagne tower, and then like you can pay to switch to have a different girl. And so it'll be like one of those things where you can switch out the girls and call a different girl out if you want a different girl out. And I'll just have a bunch of different characters, and you'll see a menu. I'll make a menu so you guys can pick which girl you want at the start. You can get the first one for free. The Bunny Garden girl will be expensive. You're not supposed to get the Bunny Garden girl. Most of them are gonna be maids, okay? It's maid roleplay ASMR. It's maid roleplay ASMR, okay? The bunny girl is just an option, okay? The bunny girl is just an option. You don't need her. You already saw her with my short. You already saw the bunny girl. You already saw her at the thing. You'll see it on Friday. I'm doing a stream. I was gonna do it last week. It was a part of my original plan to do a maid roleplay ASMR for Valentine's Day, but then I was invited to all these events, and I was like, well, I don't have time to do that anymore. I got invited to do events, I was like, I don't have time to do that anymore. So so I moved it to the week after. I thought maybe that would be better, is if I just moved it to the week after, because it's not like, you know, February is basically Valentine's month, right? So it's not like it's not weird. Because I forget, didn't Maid Day already pass? When is Maid Day? I forget when Maid Day is. I already forget. Like the spikes and edges? Crystal hair is actually very soft, but it's hard. It's soft but hard, but it's not spiky. The edges are not spiky. They're rounded. There's a Maid Day? Yeah, there's a Maid Day. It's a day dedicated to Japanese maid. Maido cafe. Then you'll get the different girls to do like the Moe Cunes or something. Because I do really like voice acting different characters for you guys. May 10th? I guess I can also do a maid one on then too. I'll do a second one then. Maybe that one will be like not ASMR, so that I can actually like fully play a character instead. Because this one is going to be more like, it's going to have to fit into ASMR, so it'll be a little different. And you're going to have to tell me, but tell me after, just like I said in the... just like I said on my schedule. Tell me after if the sound quality sucks ass. Because I treated my room, so technically I think the reverb is better. I think the room reverb is better. But... I can't tell if it's gonna be the same when I do the ASMR mic, because obviously the ASMR I can speak English. Obviously the ASMR mic is much more sensitive than my Shure mic is. So I am unaware if the ASMR mic will have the same amount of less reverb as my Shure mic with the sound treatment I did to my room. I would like it if it did have a difference, if it made an impact, because I did spend a bunch of time to frickin' put all these flippin' like, I have like all this like foam on the wall now. I had to like stand on a chair and put foam all over the wall. There's foam on my door, foam behind me. I mean, collabs are just a good amount of people either reaching out to each other or like inviting people as a like, group to something, you know? I do a lot of collabs with Yui though, because Yui always asks me. I'm just joking. I asked Yui to hang out with me. I'm just joking. We ask each other about like the same amount. I'm just joking. We actually just sort of ask each other at the same amount. Oh my god, yes, I did create my own padded cell for ASMR. Is it worth it? You'll have to see. VTuber creates padded cell for her ASMR. Not what do you call it? Not clickbait. Not clickbait. VTuber creates padded cell for ASMR. Like my because I moved my piano around in my room, and so when I moved the piano, it just changed. I didn't think that moving like one thing in my room would change the sound so drastically. But I moved my piano, and then like just the entire sound shape of my room just changed. I don't know how that happened. Because I basically was like, I don't play the piano enough for this piano to be out. I need to put this piano away. So I moved the piano and it leans against the wall now instead of being down. Because it used to be just like set up on a stand. Like it was like, my like setup was like bed, bedside table, piano, desk for streaming. But now it's like bed, bedside table, some space, desk for streaming. I used to have my room set up in a way where like my friends would enter and then they'd be like, Toka, this makes no sense. Why are you doing that? And I was like, well, you see, I set it up like this and I don't want to change it, so I'm not gonna. But then I was like, actually, I would enjoy having more space to get off of the bed in the morning. No piano. Piano's leaning against the wall. Piano hasn't been touched in like a year. Piano, I'm bad at piano. I have piano because I used to play piano, but I bad. I bad. I took 4 years of piano lessons and I suck ass. I don't even know if I can still read the sheet music. That's how bad I was. I stopped playing. At the point, like, at a certain, I stopped reading sheet music to play the piano like 3 years ago. Because when I was playing piano, I would just play the same, like, 6 songs I knew by heart and just do it again and again and again and again and again. Yeah, you know, my parents spent money on sending me to music lessons, and I had 4 years of piano lessons. I had 3 years of guitar. I suck at the guitar. I'm so bad at the guitar. I'm not that good at piano. I'm really bad at reading sheet music for piano. I can read sheet music for singing, but I can't read it for piano very well. Once I memorize a song, I can play the piano okay. But when I'm learning it, it takes like 20,000 years to read sheet music. And then I self-taught myself how to play the ukulele, and I'm okay at the ukulele. I'm okay at it. I'm not great, but I'm not horrible at it. What was wrong with the guitar for me was that my hand, I feel like, just never had, like, they'd be like, hold the bar chord, and I'd be like, my finger barely reaches over the bar chord. I would be like, my finger, like, is like just about as long as this fucking neck of this guitar. How am I supposed to flip it? Sorry, flip. How am I supposed to hold this bar chord? They'd be like, now hold the bar. How am I supposed to hold this flipping bar chord? My finger isn't... Whatever. I have small hands, okay? I have small hands. You've seen them. I have very small hands. on my hands, no matter how many exercises I did, they were never like strong enough to hold a guitar chord, you know? But they're strong enough to hold a ukulele chord, so that's what matters. Ukulele is just like a smaller plastic string version of a freaking guitar, right? An instrument is hard if you aren't super passionate about it. Yeah, I mostly took an instrument because when I was younger, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just TV. When I was younger, I was under the impression that in order to become an artist in like theater, that you should know how to play an instrument. So I took instruments because I thought that that would help me to become a better performer. And I'll be quite honest with you, it didn't affect it at all. And most people don't actually know how to play an instrument. So I don't know what I did that for. I mean, it was fun. I like playing the piano when I'm doing it for funsies. Like, I enjoy playing an instrument, but it's like, you don't need it. Dancing was similar like that. I took several dance styles that I didn't really like because I thought it was important. And it was important. If I was still chasing that dream, I would find them quite important. You know, growing up, I took ballet for, what, like... I took ballet for 7 years. I took tap for 10 years. I took lyrical for 5 years. I took jazz for about 7 years. I took waltz for 2 years. I took what was it? I did ballet, tap, jazz, lyrical, waltz. Yeah, I took those 5 for many years in the hopes that it would be really important for my future, and it really wasn't that important for my future. I'll be so honest with you. It really wasn't as important as I thought. Well, let's not say I'm good at it. I haven't done it in a couple of years. Like, I was okay at it. Now, I'm very out of practice. Who's to say I'd still be able to do any of what I used to do? You know? Like, I used to be able to do, like, I was a beginner level. I wasn't good at it. But I used to be able to do stuff like, point. Or, like, I used to be able to do, and so did Yui. I used to be able to do, like, I was really bad at turns, actually. I was gonna be like, I used to be able to be pretty good at turns. No, I wasn't. I was pretty shit at turns, but I could fake it well enough. I used to be good at jumps. I was actually very good at jumps. I was good at jumps. And I was pretty good at tap, actually. I was an advanced tap, but, you know, like, if you don't practice those types of skills, your body stops remembering it as well. Like, you can try to learn it. I'm sure if you try to learn it again, you'll be faster at it. But definitely, like, your body stops remembering it if you don't practice the skill. Like, I used to be able to do a bunch of different pullbacks and, like, scissor steps and stuff. I could do tricks and tap, but, like, I haven't done it in, like, 3 years. Like, I don't think I could do it anymore. I'm pretty sure I would have to relearn how to do it. Because things like ankle flexibility is, like, you have to, like, do that often. Like, it doesn't just stay in your body. Your flexibility is, like, a really important to keep practicing and, like, that type of stuff, you know? Have a good rest of your day, Web! Could I do a pirouette? Yeah, I mean, you have to do at least a double turn most of the time for those types of classes. Yeah, if you don't do it for a while, you kind of forget how to do it. And it's probably easier to relearn because you've done it before, but if you don't practice it, then it's a skill you have to cultivate. I was always really bad, like, at spotting, though. I was never good at doing stuff like forte turns. I couldn't do that. I did it sometimes, but I was not good at it because I was so bad at spotting. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my motion sickness. Maybe it's my flipping motion sickness, but I would get dizzy so fast. It was insane. Like, I had friends who would, like, they could just do a bunch of turns and they would never get motion sick. They'd never feel dizzy after. I'd be like, well, F you too. Get flipped. Because I would get dizzy after, like, 2 turns. I'd be like, oh. Like, no matter how much I tried to spot, I'd just get so dizzy so quick. I don't really know what it is. But I guess, you know, with my record for motion sickness, you know, sometimes if I spin in my chair too fast, I start to feel a little bit dizzy, so it's whatever, I guess. If I do more than like 3 spins in my chair, in my computer chair, I start to feel dizzy. So might just be a mind thing, like a what do you call it? Like, what is it? What is it that makes you dizzy? I don't actually know what it is. What is it? It's like the fluids in your ear, right? Maybe my ear fluids are just sensitive or something. It's like it is, right? It's like the thing that makes you motion sick when you move is like there's like a fluid in your ear or something. I think. Am I remembering science class correctly? There's like a fluid in your ear. And then when it gets jingle jangled, your head goes woo 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 woo, right? Oh. Also the hairs in my ears. Do I have hairs in my ears? I feel like I don't have a lot of hair in my ears. Maybe that's why. There are specialized hairs in my ears, but my ears look like this. Are they the same in my ears here? Maybe it's because my ears are so floppy. I had to sync to the fluid in the ears and the visual nerves. Ah, I see. Time to check. Here you go. Here. I love how I can do that, by the way. It's one of my favorite features of my model, is this. How I can, like... I can, like, imply that I'm listening with only one ear. That's one of my favorite things about my model. And I know it's such a small, stupid little thing. But I specifically really like that I can imply that I'm listening better with one ear than the other. Like, oh, I didn't hear that. Can you say it again? Can you say it again? You like how expressive the model is? Thank you! I love how expressive my model is too. I really enjoy the rig that Ransom gave to me. What was I gonna say? Alsos. Oh, I was gonna play Pokemon next week. I hope that you are excited for me to play Pokemon Violet. I will name Pokemon after all of you and play a soft lock. I was gonna play this week, but then I have to play Overcooked 2 with Yui. Oh yeah, you can see them really well in the music video. I hope you enjoyed the music video. I've been considering doing I've been considering one day. The thing is, I don't think that many people would be interested in it. Yeah, I'm planning to play Pokemon Violet next week. Is this my first time playing a Pokemon game? Did you watch my game? I'm just joking. I've played a lot of Pokemon. One of my favorite game genres is just Pokemon in general. I've played basically every mainline game except for Pokemon Violet, as well as I've also played most of the side games as well that weren't on the GameCube because I didn't have a GameCube growing up. But I had I played Leaf Green, I played Pokemon Yellow, I played Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Soul Silver and Heart Gold, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Platinum, Conquest, all 3 Ranger games, all of the Mystery Dungeon games on the DS. I played the French one. I forget what that was called. Pokemon X and Y. There we go. Pokemon Black and White. I didn't play Pokemon Black and White 2 though, because my parents were like, you already played Pokemon Black and White 1. Why do you need the second one? And I didn't have a good enough explanation, so I couldn't get the second one. And then I played the Alola region. I love that region. I also played Legends Arceus. I think I'm gonna do a soft lock. I don't think I've said it. Soft lock. false advertising. The yap means that I'm talking at you. Would you ever want to do a Nuzlocke though? Yeah, I'm gonna probably do a soft lock. So a soft lock is just basically that I'm doing a Nuzlocke, but I save after every gym so that if I die, I don't have to reset from the beginning because that just takes so much time and I don't have enough time to do that. Unless you feel like me finishing Pokemon Violet within a year. I could do it in a year if I just, you know. Sun and Moon is the best. I love Sun and Moon. I like Sun and Moon, and I also like Arceus. Legends Arceus. I also like Pokemon Platinum. I think Gen 4 is the best gen. That's my personal opinion. Gen 4 is best generation of Pokemon to date. I think the world of Sinnoh, the Sinnoh region, is just an impeccable region. So I'm a huge fan of the Diamond and Pearl series. It was also, it's also my favorite anime of the seasons of anime. Well, I haven't seen the newest one, so I can't judge off of the newest one. But I really liked the anime as well. The Sinnoh region part of the anime was really good. Well, why would you have a lack of fire types when you could just frickin' pick Chimchar as your starter, huh? Huh? What's the complaint about fire types if you just pick Chimchar? He's the best starter of that region. He's so cute and silly. And he makes cute sounds. I mean, I get that. My favorite Pokemon are not from... What's very funny is that my favorite Pokemon are not from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, but, my favorite Pokemon are Shiny Sylveon specifically. I like Shiny Sylveon. And we don't have to mention that Shiny Sylveon looks just like Serena Starstruck. And then also, I really love Hisui and Goodra. I love Hisui and Goodra. I'm so excited for Pokemon Day. I hope they say something about ZA. I hope they say ZA is releasing this fall. Normally they release it in the fall, right? They have to be releasing ZA this year. Right? Didn't they say they were? I would like Pokemon ZA. I'm gonna play it when it comes out. I'm gonna play it. You're gonna have to watch me play it. And you're gonna go, Toka, you're bad at it. And I'm gonna go, hey. I know. I'll go, hey. I'm aware. I'm really bad at Pokemon, but I love the game so much. Oh, I also like Sword and Shield, by the way. I also like Sword and Shield. My favorite thing about Pokemon is that you never really get stuck. I've never gotten stuck. What I mean when I'm bad is that if I was playing Nuzlocke, I'd be so bad at it. But if I'm just playing to have fun, I'm pretty okay at Pokemon. I've never not been able to beat a Pokemon game before. I'm just really bad at type matchups. Like, also, you should be prepared. I'm gonna have a lot of, it's gonna be, me being, Memers 1, and then Memers will die, and I'll be catch another one. Memers 2. Catch another one. Memers 3. Memers 4. Me when I catch my Pokemon and it dies. Me puts it in box. Me names another one after it. Competitive Pokemon is something else. I know. I watch a lot of competitive Pokemon content too. I also watch a lot of Nuzlocke content and then we fight content. And I watch a lot of and then we fights. I don't know if you've ever heard of and then we fights. It's like you have two people who randomize a part of the game and then you go into it and then they have randomized ways that they have to pick their starters because they randomize the starters and then they get a team of 6 and then they fight, as the name implies. Your Adobe projects? Oh my gosh. I want you to know. So when I was exporting Marshall Maximizer, because I did use a template for Marshall Maximizer that was made by Rumsky, but when I when I was exporting it a couple of times, it was not exporting the way I wanted to, because sometimes my Adobe projects, when I export them from After Effects, they have a weird coloring. They don't color. They don't look the way that they should. And so my final project file for Marshall Maximizer, before I uploaded it, was titled Marshall Maximizer in parentheses, please be the final draft. Please, 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 please. I also did for like superhero my final project file was superhero, please the lyrics should be accurate this time. Because I had a couple of versions where the lyrics weren't synced enough for me, and I got upset about it, and then I redid it. Because I edited the video myself. I'm not great at After Effects, but I can make a basic like video like the one that was from superhero. But yeah, I should show the... I can't play the song, but I can show the flippin' thumbnail and talk about it. I've considered, but that was what I was gonna say. I've considered doing a stream where I write like basically like English lyrics to a song. I was like, oh, I could do that for the whole thing where I wanted to do like a cover with you guys where you guys vote with memberships on what that you guys vote on which cover I should do out of a couple ones that have templates. But then I was like, well, if I do a template, then I can't do an English cover, because then it's the template is gonna have Japanese. Though I could just do a template that has Japanese and then put the subtitles underneath that are in English for an English cover, and so it's still a Japanese video, but the lyrics are in English. That is also an option, because I thought if I did that, like if I did that, why is this not downloading how I want it to download? If I did that, my thought was like, okay, current page, done. Download. Because I was thinking if I did that, then I would draw the art on stream, and then my thought was that I would draw the art on stream for the cover that you guys vote on, and then I would write the lyrics on stream, and then I would record the lyrics. I would record the cover on stream, get it mixed, and then do the MV with the template. And I guess I could also do the lyrics in English if I did that way, with the lyrics on the screen. I put it in After Effects. Yeah, it's been out for about 4 days. It's because I heard it on a Valentine's Day and I really liked it. I felt inspired, so I wrote the lyrics on I actually wrote the lyrics on Valentine's Day. That was what I was doing until 3 a.m. in the morning. I was writing the lyrics to the cover because it came out like maybe 14 hours before I started writing the lyrics, and then I just wrote them. But this is the cover graphic. This is what I did. I originally drew art for it, and then I hated it, so I replaced it with this. So this is the new cover that's been out. Is this superhero English cover. I made the lyrics. Yeah, you can see it. It was the original art that was out for it. Let me grab it. Where is it? I drew a basically cover art that looks kind of like I'm not that great at art, so I'm not very good at art, so I drew this in about a day. I drew this. It's supposed to look like the art that's in the middle of the MV. But it just doesn't look as good as just having me on the art. I speed rushed to draw this. But I just don't think it looks as good as I would want it to be for a cover art. But I did speed draw myself. But so the schedule for me making that cover was like, it came out on the 14th. I made the English lyrics on the 14th. I recorded myself singing it after my Sweet Symphonies relay. Right after the Sweet Symphonies relay stuff was over, I immediately recorded the cover. Then I sent it off to the mixer that night. Then the next day, the mix person had finished the mix, and I gave them notes, and then by the end of that day, the mix person had completely finished all the revisions. Then on Monday, after I went to the dentist, like so yesterday after I went to the dentist, I came back home and immediately recorded myself singing to the new track with the background in Shoost. Then I exported it to my laptop and then edited the video in After Effects, and then I released it. The yapping is still happening? Yeah, it is still happening. It won't be happening for much longer, but it's still happening. But it's still happening. I was talking about my new cover, the superhero cover. I really like Pinot songs, you know. I love Pinot. I love I also like Deco. I'm a pretty big fan of those two. Oh, I also love Jamie P. You know, something funny is that I actually had wanted to release on this Monday. I actually had a plan to release something else, but then I released this. So you guys have something else to look forward to as well. I'll have to decide a new day that I released it, because I don't release it too soon after this one, but you know, I'll just say you should look forward to something, because I actually had a different plan to release something else that's not released because I wanted to do this one. But I already have something else ready to release for you guys, so that will happen. It'll happen at some point. You know? You know, it's hard to do. It was hard to do. Pinot songs are very high for my voice. They're very high for my voice, because my voice is very how do you say? My voice is not. I'm not like hyper low voice, but I don't have the highest voice in the world. You know. I don't have the highest voice in the world. And I wish I had a higher voice. I've told Serena this several times, that I wish that I had a higher voice that was like more able to do like super cutesy singing. Like, I want to be able to sound really cute. I feel like I'm not the best at sounding really cute. I'm not the best at having a strong high voice, so that's something I'm working on, and I would like to have that one day. You can tell like I'm trying to get better at it, like with my shorts cover of Kwaikute Gomen. I was trying to sound a little cuter and sing a little higher. Or like in my Poppin' 2 cover, or like my short cover. I didn't do a full cover of that. But it's hard, because my natural voice is much lower. Yeah, I like doing those. I have a really fun time with them. I have a really fun time doing those challenge covers, because the thing about them is that they're like they're like hard to come up with, because I have to pick a song where I know that I can feasibly pitch it 8 steps down and it doesn't sound like trash. Because what I like to do is have at least 10 to 8 octaves down, like steps down or up in either direction. So it has to have at least that much possibility. In some tracks, when you do that, the instrumental starts to sound like absolute garbage. And that's not the fault of the song. Sometimes when if you pitch something down too much, it just sounds like trash. And so like I have to find like portions of songs that like don't sound weird when I pitch it down. And then it has to be enough of a change and shift between each of the steps where it is noticeable, because otherwise you wouldn't know it's a challenge. But I really enjoy doing those. What I normally do is I export the song, I record, or I export the song, put it in Reaper, I cut it into specific little bits that I think would be good as like a bit itself, and then I cut like I pitch each up. I normally try to do it by 2 each time, but sometimes I do it by 1 if it's way too high. So like Poppin' 2 already is really high for my voice. As you could tell, because like I think I ended like I end it with like let me find it. I think the steps were like pop into. I don't have it playing in the background, so it's gonna be harder for me to remember where the pitch is, but I think I have a pretty good sense of where I might have started. It was like ka kushite doko e doko e doko e mo tsurete ete hi mitsudate kimi wa sagaseru kana aru wa atashi wa iku sakizak ato sakisaki nara kanga enai pakara pakara mo mo kuri tamate bako te tori ba yoku toriko ni nare daate akusu tatate tatarinai desho iisho entari to wo hanarenai kabu. I think that was pretty-ish close to all the steps that we did for that one. I think that was pretty close to it. Unfortunately, I don't have enough of a range to like keep my voice the same the whole time for that one. Like, because some people can sing super high and their voice sounds the exact same the whole time. But when I get too high, it starts to sound like high, like it's a different voice than my speaking voice. Which is not bad, it's just like, I wish that I was like able to mix enough where it does not sound distinguishable. I've worked on my mix for very many years, because I took voice lessons for about 10 years. But, it's just like something I'm still trying really hard to work on, you know? Because a mixed voice is very hard to start off with, and it's also difficult because I started with a different sort of singing that's a bit different than the type that would have a mixed voice. Because I started off, hello! Because I started off, my original voice teacher taught me speech level singing, which is a very different style of singing than the traditional, like, theatrical singing type, with, like, mixing, mixed belting and stuff. Yeah, Broadway singing. Like, speech level singing is a different technique. And so I never really learned about belting, like, belting with a mixed belt, which is much healthier for you than what I used to do, until I was in college. So it was just a different experience and a different type of singing. And the way that you do that is very specific and different as well. So you have to like, I had to like basically relearn how to sing at that point, because at that point I had been singing and it was okay. When I listen back, I don't really like it that much, but I was able to sing with speech level singing technique, but I didn't learn it well enough where it was healthy and retainable. Because now I can do like I could probably sing for like 9 hours or something, and my voice would be tired, but it wouldn't be dead. But back in the day, if I did that, it would be dead. Like I would have a hard time. Because I used to sometimes have rehearsals like when I was younger, if I was in a musical or play, where like the rehearsal like during tech week would start at like 8 a.m. in the morning and it would end at like 11 p.m. at night. And so you're spending all day in this theater like rehearsing song after song after scene after song after scene after song after dance, and you're like, my voice is dying. And it's not sustainable unless you can sing correctly. And back when I was younger, I do not think I could do that sustainably. But now, with like the training I have now and the different technique I learned, I think I could do it sustainably. Do I think I'm good enough at singing to do that sustainably in a theater of a certain caliber? No. I'm nowhere near talented for that, but it's something that like I have a goal to be able to sing with my mix well enough where I could do something like that and be accepted in that space and be able to do it at that professional level. You mean when I'm drunk singing? That's so funny. Oh, it's so stupid. I don't even know why I do this. Sometimes I just wanted to hang out with people. It's too OP to lose a singing voice. It's just a different technique of it. I'm not very OP because I'm not that great at using it. I'm okay at it, you know? Like, there are a lot of singers where when they use their mixed voice, you just really can't tell that they're using it. And like, unless you like are really listening for it, and I find those people just so exceptional, and I just really like I like aspire to be like them. Like I'm trying to think of a V singer or a VTuber that I know that has a really phenomenal mix. Like ERB has a phenomenal mix. ERB has a phenomenal mixed voice. You got a shiny Shinx? Yippee! I love shiny Shinx. I love Shinx in general. The Shinx line is so good. Luxray is one of my favorite Pokemon. I love Luxray. another one with the... Well, a VTuber with a singing technique that I really respect a lot is Suisei. Because Suisei doesn't do a traditional, she doesn't use a traditional, like, I've noticed this actually a lot with, JP singers versus American singers. I feel like American singers try really hard to not, showcase the break in their voice. Like, the flip between their chest and their head voice. They, like, try really hard to mask it. Like, it's like, they don't want you to know that they ever have a break in their voice. Which everyone has a break in their voice, and you can work to sing through your break, but it's very hard, and honestly, sometimes it's better to just, like, prep earlier in the line so that you don't actually have to go over the break in your voice. You just start your mix earlier. But Suisei does this thing, and I think a lot of JP singers I listen to do this as well, where they just embrace the flip in their voice and they will use it artistically so that it is not seen as a flaw or a quote-unquote weakness. They embrace it so that it's a part of their musical style. Yeah, and I really respect that, and I like to... It's not voice scuff at all. And I like, they use it as a style. And I've been trying to do that as well because I have a very specific break in my voice. There's a very distinct difference between my chest voice and my head voice. And I have never been able to bridge the gap, which is a part of my own skill issue. But it's also something that you can use to add to your performance. And I think, you know, at this point in my life, when I think back to singing, I think stressing out about the break in your voice, I feel like I've spent so much time on that when I was younger. I spent so much time being like, why can't I do this? And I don't think that you need to be able to hide the break in your voice because it is a part of you. And there are singers who are phenomenal who you can't even tell they have a break in their voice. And that's great for them. But, you know, I think at a certain point you have to learn to work with what you have, right? You have to learn to work with what you have. And at whatever point you are at, and meet yourself there, right? So I think of it like that, where I have been working to meet myself where I am and make it a part of who I sing. Have I tried different angles? Angles of what? Like tilting my head, or like angles of like... Angles of what? Body? Oh, like this? Like this? That's actually really good advice. Thanks. I like to think I give pretty good advice. I talk to my friends a lot in that way. I think I give a lot of advice to people. I don't know. I think it's because I'm a very pragmatic person. I've been told that. Senbei says that to me sometimes as well, that he thinks I'm very pragmatic. I'm very solution oriented, so I'm also really not the best person to pick for if, like, I am not the person you call if you need someone to, like, coddle your feelings either. Because I'm a very pragmatic person. And I will yes, if you lay down, it does change the whole dynamic of singing. I wouldn't recommend it because it's not going to support you as well as if you're standing. But I stand during all of my karaoke's and also during all of my recordings. I have a standing desk specifically so that when I sing, I stand while I sing. Yeah, you gotta work with what you have. You know what? Actually, if you're trying to become a voice actor, you want to be a voice actor, what I'll tell you is that, like, huh? Oh, that's good. I'm happy you're watching stuff. I will say, yeah, just stop it. If you want to be a voice actor, I'll say that the one thing that... So when I was in college, I took actually a couple of classes for voice acting. And I also did... I have been in a studio before, but I don't have professional credits that are, like, important in any way. But what I'll say is that when it comes to doing voice acting and learning to accept your voice, what my teacher told me in college is that obviously people are talking to you and they're hanging out with you. They don't mind your voice. In fact, they probably like your voice. And the thing is, your voice will never sound the way that you think it should sound because the way it sounds inside of your head is always going to be different. So there's no use in trying to judge the way your voice sounds and hate on your voice Because it's not about what you think about your voice. It's first of all what other people think, and also that people who care about you enjoy it. What I think of my voice doesn't matter at all. I'll be so honest with you. When I think about my voice, whether I like the sound of it, don't matter at all. Does it matter if it's effective to communicating a story or a type of character I'm trying to play? Yes. But does it matter if it's whether I think I sound good? No. You know, it doesn't matter. So you just have to learn to just ignore what your opinion is. Take your opinion and throw it out the window. I thought that my superhero cover sucked ass. I'll tell you that right now. I don't like that cover that much. I released it anyway because I was told it sounded good. So, you know, half the time I hate my voice. And you know what? My opinion doesn't matter. It's not about that. What I think about myself does not matter at all for that sort of thing. If I'm told it sounds good, then it must be good. I'll release it. I don't have to be secure in my voice for that to happen. You know, I know that half the time when I speak on stream, I'm like, wow, Toka, your voice is too nasally. But the fact of the matter is, people still want to watch me, so it can't be so unbearable that no one wants to see me. It is not unbearably bad. And I think a part of that is like self-acceptance, and also it's like a form of self-love, forcing yourself to decide that your opinions are not a part of what matters. Well, thank you, Lucky Twig. Thank you so much. I love that song. I love Dry Qualm's music. One of my favorite songs from him is actually Ordinary. You know, I love Ordinary. I love also like the animatics people did for Ordinary and Little Miss Perfect with the Owl House. I love the Owl House. But thank you, Phoebo. That's very kind of you. You know, there's a reason my Tokemon doesn't get sent any of my covers. I don't think I sound the way that she'd want me to sound, and it is because I know she would not appreciate them. I would never show her Superhero. She would not like it. She would have told me probably not to release it. And you know, that's fine. She's a very harsh critic, and that just comes with the territory. And that's a part of life, is just accepting what feedback you want to also take. Learning to accept only the feedback that you think is worth taking is very important too. Like, it's a phenomenally important skill to be able to decide what feedback you actually want to accept from people. A skill I learned in school was actually to, my god, Nana! I love you forever! Hi, Nana! Hi! I love you! Nana, you're cute. Did you know that? Hey, did you know you're cute? Ooh! Wow, you never name your Pokemon. You name. Thank you. You must never do that. So cute of you. Thank you so much, Sharky. You. Nanako Nico is so cute. You know, so I did show my Tokemon Infinium recently, and she was like, and I was trying to describe Nana to my Tokemon, and it's so funny. It's like you can tell my Tokemon doesn't have the best eyesight, because I was like, the small blonde one, the small blonde, wolf ears girl, wolf ears and tails, and she was like, none of them have wolf ears, and there's so many blondes, and I was like, no, there really isn't. And I had to send her an edited picture with each of my Jetmates circled with their name. Because she was like, literally was like, what are you talking about? There are a lot of blondes and there are no wolf ears. And I was like, no, Mom, please. Because she like was like, it's so funny. I sent it to her. I sent the song to her on a Google Drive, but she refuses to use the Google Drive on her PC. She has to use it on her phone. She uses the app on her phone. So she's out there with her horrible eyesight, holding in like an iPhone 5. Like, she doesn't even have like a new generation, like it's a 5S or something. She's holding this tiny ass screen up to her face, trying to see trying to see the freaking song video. And I'm like, just, oh my gosh. I was like, no. Like, it's very obvious which one is which. I just, like, I was like, I got to a point where I was like, please stop watching. I'm just gonna send you this written down with who is who. I don't send her my channel link. I just sent her the actual MP4 of the video. Because I don't want her to see my channel. Because I know that woman would be like, Toka, what is this ASMR on your channel? She'd like see my ASMR video I posted and she'd be like, Toka, what is that? And I'd be like, kill me. I'd be like, kill me right now. I can't live like this. Kill me right now. I can't live like this. In Minecraft, obviously. Because she would watch it. That's the thing, is my Tokuma, if I gave her access to my channel, she would actively watch every single video. She would do it. In her free time, she would actually watch it. I know she would. She's that type of mom. But thankfully, she's very internet illiterate. So she cannot actually use the internet very well. And in fact, she struggles to use YouTube. So she is not able to just search my name and find my channel. In fact, I don't think she could search it because she would have to type in Japanese to get my whole name out. And I don't think she knows how to switch her keyboard. So I'm a winner. So actually I've won. So actually by giving myself a strange looking name, I've won because she can no longer just type it in. But no, I recently introduced her to all of my gen mates within the music video, and she was like, oh my god, they're so cute. And I was like, I know. She was like, I don't know which one is which. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I showed it to her, and then she was like, they're cute. And I was like, I know. She also repeats herself a lot. She's like, they're cute. I'm like, I know that. You've already said that, but I accept that, and I also agree. I accept that, and I also agree. And I am in fact not her favorite design, and she didn't even lie to me, so whatever. She thought I was a freaking cow! And then this latest time she watched it, she told me I looked like a bat! So, like, cause the first time I showed her my model, I showed her just my model, and she was like, are you a cow? And I was like, I'm not a cow. I'm not a cow. Because she saw my little tail and everything, and I was like, what do you mean my tail doesn't look like a cow's? She was like, looks like a cow. I was like, it's not, I'm not a cow. And then this last time, she saw my, me in Infinium, and she was like, are you a bat? And I was like, I'm not a bat! Whatever. Who is her favorite? Her favorite design out of Infinium is Lemmy. Because she likes Lemmy's backpack and glasses. She loves Lemmy's backpack and glasses. She thinks Lemmy's backpack is the cutest thing ever. And I also agree. I would like a Lemmy backpack as well. I would also like a Lemmy backpack. She also likes Lemmy's glasses a lot. She's like, she has cute glasses. I would have wanted to wear something like that when I was younger. And I was like, well, Mom, if you want under-rim glasses, you can still get them. She's like, no. I'm like, okay. Well, I can't force you. If you just want under-rim glasses, you can buy those. She's like, no, I have glasses already. I was like, yeah, but Mom, if you want a different frame to change your style, you can just get one. She's like, no, you only need one pair. I was like, okay. As you can see, I got my pragmaticism and practicality from my mother, because I'll say something like, well, if you want a different thing, you should just buy it so you can wear it. And then she'll go, no, I already have one, and I'm the same way. Like, you know, I really like these round rim glasses, and sometimes I think about getting round glasses, because I have glasses that look very much like this. I don't wear them. I only need glasses for far away, but I have glasses that look almost identical to these. And I only wear them when I go to shows, but I have them. And, you know, every time I look at myself with these circle glasses, I'm like, I could get another pair of circle glasses if I wanted it. My insurance would cover it. And then I'm like, no, you already have one pair of glasses. You don't need any others. So it's genetic. I have the same mother. Mine is my mother. Or I'll be like, well, one of my old jackets is no longer in commission, and I'm like, well, I'm really cold, I should buy a different jacket. But I'm like, but I have other jackets. But I'm like, they're not as warm. But it's like, well, but then I can just layer. I don't need to buy another jacket. I don't need to spend money. Crazy. Not the Marcho Grouch. Not the not the funny glasses. I was really out here gonna say something I couldn't. Constantly going in circles in my head. I do. I'm also one of those people who, when I have to buy something off of like, let's per se like Amazon or a different website, like if I need to order something, I have to read at least a couple of websites worth of reviews about the product, and then I also have to watch a couple of YouTube videos about the product. I don't just buy things. I need to like... I first of all have to convince myself to buy it, and then I have to convince myself of which one is the best one, so that I buy the best thing. Like my my audio interface, it took me about 2 to 3 months to convince myself to get this audio interface because I was like really thinking in between, because I have an SSL2 and I was really thinking between this or the Motu. I forget which version of it, but there was a Motu that I was looking at. I was also looking at a Scarlet, and then I was also looking at this SSL2. And I think I spent like hours upon hours upon hours upon hours watching videos, reading review sites. I could not pick one. Then finally, after spending all those hours looking online at which one I wanted to get, I got the SSL2. Wow! Hi! Hi everyone! Hey! Hey, if you're not paying attention, my Mane-san, Miss Hoshizora Mirin, is here now with her raiders. Hi, Nomidachis, hi! Where were you streaming? Where were you streaming, Mirin? Kneel for the Mane-san. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Kneel now. Kneel right now. But not like weirdly. Okay, but like respectfully. Like don't do it weirdly. Like don't be weird. But like do it respectfully. Kneel respectfully. We got paid working for Mirin. She paid you? You should be doing it for free because you love her. Work as a cashier, restocker? Yeah. Do free labor though. You should do free labor for Mirin. Why would you have to pay them? They should just be doing it for free. That's insane. That's insane. Bone cracking while kneeling. The law forced her to pay. Not the law! Not the law! Say that to the government, I will. Hoshizora Mirin shouldn't have to pay anyone. She should be paid. We just sit in the back smoking. Well, you should be doing the labor, though. Hoshizora Mirin is a beautiful, beautiful lady. She shouldn't have to work. You should be doing it for her so she can just, like, hang out. I believe beautiful women shouldn't have to work. You should work. I'm just joking, I'm just joking. I love working. But also, a supermarket doesn't run itself, you know? She should be sitting in a Herman Miller chair, doing the fun parts, while everyone else does the restocking. Because no one wants to lift a heavy box. Or I don't want to. Though I actually am very strong. I will tell you that right now. I am actually very strong. I remember once I had this job where I had to carry heavy boxes, and once there was a heavy box and my boss said I couldn't carry it. And I said, bet. And then I picked it up and he was like, whoa, Toko, you're so strong. And I was like, I know. I know. I have naturally strong arms. What can I say? What can I do? He was wearing skinny jeans and stole a box of cereal? Okay, well... maybe he needed that to cope with the skinny jeans. Skinny jeans in 2025? I say... it's not in style anymore, unfortunately. Unfortunately, straight leg mom jean is in. High-waisted mom jean. High-waisted mom jeans. Girls love a high-waisted mom jean. The girls all love those their high-waisted mom jean. I mean, baggy cargos are in for guys right now. If you want it, you're more than welcome to go buy. You can go. There's many, and it's very in fashion right now. Also, like the like kind of tech wear punkish ones are also kind of in right now. I think. I see a lot of girls wearing those too. I feel like right now the fashion is very simple, but it's also kind of like extreme at the same time. Like you want to have like a simple piece on top of like with like layered with pieces that are more standout. Like you have your one standout piece and then you have your simple parts that complement it. You know? It's like you have like your single colored or fashion statement pants and then you have like something else that like is meant to like accentuate the cool thing you're wearing. I don't wear that, but I don't wear that, but I know that that is in fashion. I don't wear it, but I know it's in fashion. I'm out here dressing like a librarian, and other people are dressing real cool and fly, as they say. As the kids say, they look fly. Is that what they say still? Do they still say that? Well, I mean, I don't always dress like a librarian. Sometimes I wear like a hoodie and leggings. You know, when I'm not going out and I'm just walking my dog, I wear a hoodie and leggings like many other females in the world. Because I'm too lazy to wear something nice. People who dress nicely to go literally anywhere, like to go like to somewhere that doesn't need to be dressed up, they scare me. People who dress nicely to do something like walk a dog, I don't understand it, and I respect it, but I certainly don't understand it. Because I do know there are some people out there who are like, oh, I have to dress up really nicely to go walk my dog or go to the supermarket. I'm like, but you're going to the supermarket. Wait. I'm like, what? You're going to the supermarket. Hey, do you have to wear something nice? You're getting eggs. Like, you're getting eggs and toast and like picking up milk. Like, what are you dressing up for? Who's looking at you at the supermarket? Like, and I say this because my roommate is one of those girls who like puts on makeup and like a nice outfit. Like, if we're gonna go to the supermarket, because I can't drive, so I'm only able to get groceries if she's willing to drive, because I can't afford to get Instacart anymore. But she'll be like putting on like her nice overalls with a nice top. Her hair will be curled. She'll put on her makeup. We're like going to get freaking eggs. We're going to the Safeway to get eggs. And she's like wearing nice clothes. I'm out there next to her. I'm in a leggings and a hoodie. And I'm always like, do you have to? I don't think you have to put all that on. She's like, well, what if I meet someone at the market? I'm like, I don't think you're gonna. She's like, what if someone I know is at the market? I'm like, well, I'm sure that if someone you know is at the market, they're just gonna assume that you're dressed down because you're at the market. You know, like any normal human would. Like if you know, when you see your teacher at the market, they're dressed down because they're not at work anymore. You know. That's their burden. It is their burden. Oh my god, I hate that. I hate when I say goodbye to someone at the market, and then you walk in the same direction. It happens at shows too. A lot of the time when I go to like see a play, and like I'm like goodbye, and I know the person, and then we end up going the same way. I want you to know, if I'm alone when I go to a show and I say goodbye to someone and I can tell they're gonna walk in the same direction as me, I pretend like I have to go to the restroom. I walk to the restroom, I enter in, I go into a stall, close the door. I wait an optimal amount of time to seem like I went to the restroom. I go out, I wash my hands, and then I leave, and hopefully they're gone by then. I can't deal with that. I hate walking in the same direction with someone. I know, and then it makes me feel even worse. I'm also, if I'm at the market and I see someone I know and I don't feel like talking, I walk the opposite way. And I hide. I will hide somewhere, hoping they do not see me. I am a hider. You know what I mean? Do you guys do that too? It's important. You know? It's important. Hiding. I do not want to be seen. Don't look at me. We're not supposed to exist in the same world after I leave XYZ place. You know what I mean? Like, what is it called? Like, if I, like, I've also, like, okay, so, like, if I'm just walking on the street, if I'm downtown walking on the street, and I see someone across the street, or, like, in the general vicinity that I know, and I don't want you to perceive me, I will take a different route somewhere. A different route. Once when I was busing back home from work, I saw one of my coworkers enter the same bus as me. I got off the bus. I got off the bus and I found a different bus route home. I was not gonna sit on the same bus as that person. No way. No way. That is so awkward. Absolutely not. Do not perceive me. I found a different route home. It was 20 minutes longer. And I still did that because I did not want to have that awkward moment where we were sitting near each other on the bus. Absolutely not. That's what you mean. I don't want him to see me. Don't look at me. Don't freaking look at me. Being invisible is underrated art. I know. And I work very hard at it. Though sometimes I'm too visible. You know, once I was outside of a Target and a homeless guy came up to me and he asked me if I was okay. I was looking at my phone. He said I looked very sad. He asked me if I was okay. I was looking at my phone. I was noticed. I was perceived by a homeless man who thought I was depressed and crying or something. I was fine. I was looking at my phone. And you know what's funny is that's not an isolated instrument. That is not an isolated incident. I've had that happen a couple of times. Not always by a homeless person, but sometimes random people. If I'm like by myself for too long, they ask me if I'm okay. I'm fine. I in fact barely emote my face. I emote it much more during streams, but I do not normally make faces at all. I am completely fine. Most of the time I live in a very head empty state. Unless I'm working, but I'm very stoic. I am actually very stoic. I've had middle schoolers call me a stone face before. And that kind of crushed my soul a little bit. I worked at a theater camp once, and my kids that I was in charge of told me that I told them I was gonna get a degree in theater, and they said, "How? You have a stone face." They're like, "Do you react to anything?" And I was like, excuse me? Excuse me? Kids are so brutal. Excuse me? They're like, "You don't ever, like, emote. How are you gonna get a degree?" Excuse me? Why would you say that to me? Hey, that's mean. And I was like... and my response was really bad too. I did not have like a cool pull. I didn't have like a cool like statement to say back to them. I said, well, I'm not on stage. I said, well, I'm not on stage right now, am I? That was not as good of a comeback as I should have had for them. I was not able to. I was like shocked out of my mind. I was like, I have nothing to say that will make me sound cooler than this right now. It's insane. I was like, what do I say? What the flip do I say? I was like, there's nothing good enough that I could say to get back at them after calling me a stone face. I was like, this is not real. When 6th graders say the most ruthless shit to you and you're like, Though I will say, I think the 6th grade is a pretty brutal age. I feel like kids at that age, they don't give a shit about you. They're gonna say whatever they want. They're gonna say mean things to you. A middle schooler? Nah. Get wrecked. They'll say whatever comes to their freaking mind. I feel at a certain age, kids stop like filtering and then they just start saying. And you're like, depends on the generation. Well, I guess that's true. That's true too. The generation does make a big difference. I've encountered quite a many younger kids I've seen in public recently who have been a bit mean. Sir? Yeah, when a small child calls me ma'am, I'm like, don't say that to me. Whoa, hey. We could be friends. Hey, why are you treating me like I'm a parent? Hey. Why are you treating me like that? Hey, I don't look old. Hey, I look young. Why are you saying that to me? I am young and I am hip with the kids. I know words. I know many words like pog. I know words like sigma and I know I know the joke I know erming because Gaomi and Yui taught me how to say so I know what the sigma. I know sheesh. I'm not a grandma, I'm very young. I am so hip. I have very smooth, clear skin, actually. I don't know why you would say that to me. I don't have any wrinkles. I have very smooth, clear skin. I have a very nice skin routine, which is called washing my face with water. Did you know that once you start adding stuff to your skin, you know, it starts to affect it. I just put a moisturizer on because, you know, you don't have dry skin, but like, putting too many chemicals on your face, it can have a very damaging effect to your skin. What's the word I was taught recently? I mean, I remember I was streaming one day and then Kaz said the word kino and I was taught what kino meant that day. I remember you taught me what kino is. The Crybabies are responsible for teaching me the word kino. And I still barely understand it, but I do know that there is a word called kino. What is the one I heard recently? I know peak. Oh, I know maxing. I know looks maxing. I saw a video on YouTube about looks maxing. I learned about looks maxing because Curtis Connor released a video about look maxing. No, kino is different than keto. Keto diet. It's keto. Keto diet is spelled K-E-T-O. Keto. Okay, well, Hitch, I can read English. I can spell. I know what that means. Hey, the person who was trying to make Serena say something honey? I had to teach her that one too. I remember I was in the chat for that stream and I said, no, you don't say that. Don't say that. They're tricking you. I see the trick. You got a shiny Baneri? That's not real. What the flip? Did you know once I spent 4 hours shiny alpha resetting for a shiny Lopunny in Pokemon Pokemon Arceus? I want a shiny alpha Lopunny so badly. Shiny alpha. Alpha specifically, Lopunny. Big Lopunny. Big one. Pink! Yui coded. Yui coded. I love shiny alpha Lopunny. I like the pink with the ear. I love the pink. It's so cute. But here's the problem, okay? If I was to shiny hunt for this shiny Lopunny again, and I got a shiny Lopunny alpha that was a male, I would still have to reset because I have that rule about trying to use mostly females on my team. I only use a male on my team in special circumstances. And every time I play a Pokemon game, I reset until I get a female starter. I know, it takes a while. Because the gender chance in Pokemon is so effed up. Why is it like it takes like 20,000 years? Because the female rate is 12%. F off, Pokemon. What are you talking about? 12%? Sometimes it's 24, but a good portion of the time it's like 12%. What do you mean? I just want a freaking female team. Come on. The only time I've ever made an exception is when I'm shiny hunting, or when I unintentionally find a shiny. Then if it's male, I'll keep it on my team, I guess. But it has to be a Pokemon I want to. But like most of the time, my Pokemon team is all females. Yes, I do want a Pokemon farm, but it's not for me. It's not for me, by the way. It's not for me. It's because I ship Yuri. So when I catch Pokemon, I always I pair them up and then I give them all relationships to each other. And I give them backstories. I give them all backstories, and they have names, and they are paired together because you know there's 6 slots in your party, so then each of them can have a wife. Basically, I'm a Pokemon max. I'm a matchmaker. I'm a matchmaker. I'm a matchmaker for my Pokemon. I'm a matchmaker. And when I have to get rid of one to replace it with a different one, I make a dramatic breakup in my head about why they had to be separated. Because it's more fun that way, don't you think? Yuri Max? I love Yuri Maxing. I'm a Hime Joshi, and I'm proud of it. I'm like the other version. I'm like the other version of a sad, pathetic girl, of a sad, rotten girl. I'm a sad, pathetic girl. So in a Nuzlocke, it would be Doomed Yuri? Yes. It will be Doomed Yuri. When I play my softlock, it will actually be just like Doomed Yuri. But don't worry. If I name another one if I did a Doomed Yuri run though of like if I caught like 2 of the same ones, then I would be like memers number 1, memers number 2, memers number 3, memers number 4. Your shiny Baneri is a female? What the frick ever? You should name it Yui. It's okay, you can still name it Yui. Oh my god, Lemmy! Hi! You have a lot of... You have 9 more roaches than I predicted. I genuinely thought you would have exactly 150 roaches. I genuinely thought that you would have 150 roaches. It is insane that you have 150 something roaches. Is your terrarium cleaned and stuff? Did you clean your tank? Sharky shiny hunting needs to be studied. I know. How do you get that manys? I used to shiny hunt a bit in Legends Arceus. I have a shiny Chansey. I have shiny Bidoof. That one was disappointing when I got that. I was like, oh, it's not what I wanted. Oh, I have a couple of shiny starters in Legends Arceus as well. I have a Rowlet and a I got dark, so I needed to clean the dirt out. Ah, I understand that. Are you gonna keep the tank separated from them and then like clean it later? And then, are they just in the little tub? Are they in tub? I will say your roaches are very behaved. I thought that they would be trying to climb their way out of like the little tub thing you're keeping them in. I didn't think they would just like hang out. They're so chill with it. No charm, just straight up raw dogging the shiny hunting. Yeah, well, I mean, most people do, don't they? Like shiny hunters. At least the ones that I see in like the like video content I watch. How do you get the charm in Arceus? I played all of Arceus, Except I never did the ending story where you get Arceus himself. I ended at the end of the game. And then I started shiny hunting for that Lopunny. And then I got frustrated and I haven't picked up the game since. And then I got frustrated and I didn't pick it up ever after. Ever after, ever after. Ever after, ever after. Research level 10 for everything except mythical. Whoa. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. You know also what I also shiny hunted for? Was I was trying to shiny hunt for a alpha an alpha Sliggoo. So I could get a shiny alpha Sliggoo. So I could have a shiny Hisuian Goodra. I wanted a shiny Hisuian Goodra. I love Goodra. Goodra's so cute. If I catch a Goodra when I play my soft lock, I'm gonna name it Lemmy. Because it's a snail. The Hisuian one. And then if I catch the regular Goodra, I'll name it Perry or something. I normally don't catch bug Pokemon, but something about Goodra just calls to me. I don't know what it is. Goodra's design just scratches my brain the right way. I'm like, oh, it's so cute. It's so huggable. It looks so friendly. I was so happy when Ash got a Goodra on his team. Goodra's so peak. Goodra's so peak. I also like Esper. My 3 favorites, I would say, are I like Esper, I like Shiny Sylveon, and I like Goodra. I also like Esper, because Esper has this look on its face. Esper looks like this, look. That's how Esper looks like. Because he's screaming internally on the inside. Esper is screaming on the inside. But on the outside, it looks like... Yeah, and then through it. Pokemon Smash or Pass? I'll consider that. I would consider that. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Though I would never smash a Pokemon. They're Pokemon. But if they were humans that were like Pokemon, then I would consider it. It's different if they're like a cat girl, but it's a Pokemon, you know, like in Moemon. Like I could smash a Moemon if it's the right one. But not if it's like still a Pokemon. Because as I've said many times on my channel, I'm not into furry stuff. Even though everyone says that it's like, everyone's like, oh, but Toka, you used to have a crush on frickin' Kovu. Okay, well, Kovu is drawn to be conventionally attractive. I know, Moemon, I love Moemon. There's nothing wrong with being a furry. I, in fact, know someone who is a furry, but I am not one. But I am, in fact, not one. I can just recognize when something is drawn to be appealing to the human-like eye. Well, I do have a furry friend. I won't tell you what her fursona is because that would be very easy for you to know who she is, probably. I don't know, but she is a furry. I do respect her and her choices for like her fursuit and stuff. I also think her fursuit's very classy, so. And it's very like I like how it has like well, there's a lot of furries in the world. I've just never wanted to be a furry, but I have considered like well, it's not, I guess that's not furry like, that's just like wanting to cosplay actually. I was gonna be like, well, I've considered like creating like an OC and cosplaying as it, but that's just actually having an OC, is it not? And that's like just cosplay. Like I've had OCs before where I'm like, I would like to cosplay as my OC, but like, I don't think that's not like a furry thing. That's just like a cosplayer thing, is it? Do people normally not like, that's just like cosplaying. Like I have like a couple of gem sonas I made when I was younger where I'm like very attached to my gem sonas. And I've considered cosplaying my gem sonas before, but that's just normal, I think, for cosplay stuff, right? Because Spirit is kind of like that. He's made to look conventionally attractive. I know he's a horse, but the way that he's built and his expressions are very human-like. They do that on purpose so that when you watch the movie, you feel more empathy for them. Because you can relate to them because they're meant to look like a freaking like human expression on the face. Do you have an MLP Sona? I do. I had several growing up, but I never like put them online or nothing. I also had Warrior Cat Sonas. I have to continue that stream. I have to draw the last 4 of us plus the last 3 of us plus Kyori Mokami because she asked, and then I have to draw. I have to sort us into our things and give us all like backstories. I've also considered what do you call drawing one of my OCs on stream that I had, because it's not like I ever put them online. So actually, you want to know something very niche that I really liked in the Warrior Cats community? It wasn't Warrior Cats, so it's not like directly related, but I found it through Warrior Cats. And it was this comic series drawn. Maybe one of you guys will nichely know this. It was on DeviantArt. There was an artist who drew this series with a character named Moonfur, and it was like, and her best. She was an experiment, and it was about these animals that were experimented on, and they were released into the woods. And like, Moonfur's was like, she was a gray cat with a collar with a moon on it, and she could extend her claws really big and had like magic powers with like blue fire. And she had like a twin who had a red moon necklace, and she was like also had the same abilities as her, but she had harmful fire. And then there was a cat who was white with orange stripes and a theater mask on, and her name was Coco Meat. And she did like she had this thing where she could like control shadows or something. And there was like a dog or like a wolf who had like butterfly wings, and it was a really dramatic like DeviantArt series. It was so cool. I was so into it. I don't believe it was ever finished, but I used to read that thing all the time. I used to love going on DeviantArt and reading all these little like fics. Does it sound familiar? Wait, if I just type in Moon Fur Cat comic, or is it a manga? It'd be manga. Oh, Kylie Kato. Yeah, Kylie Kato. I literally found it. I love that I just typed in Moonfur Cat comic and I found it. Moved to Kalpaka. What was this? It was called Chasing Nightmares. Chasing Nightmares! Oh my god, how did I like find this so easily? Will I play Moemon with you? Yes, I would play Moemon with you. Let's play Moemon. Let's do a Soul Link. Let's do a Soul Link. Oh my god, I like can't believe. A Soul Link? It's like when you play at the same time, and so like when you catch a Pokemon, you both like are playing the game, and when you catch a Pokemon, you like name it like the same thing and they're connected to it and stuff. So it's like if you caught a Kadabra and I caught a Vaporeon, then we would name it like, we would name it whatever we wanted to, but then they would be attached to each other, so they would represent the same Pokemon in a party. So like if you wanted to change to a different Pokemon, then I would have to change to a different Pokemon. And we would change to the Pokemon that's linked to each other. It's like playing like as if you're like the same person on a different save. But I'll play with you however you want, actually, in general. I just like playing Pokemon with people. Pokemon fun. Plus, Moemon are cute. But no, do you know, Waverly? Do you know? Do you know Chasing Nightmares? Is that something you're aware of? Are you a fan of that? I was not aware that people still like even used DeviantArt. What do you want? What happened? What happened? What was the question? Do you evolve the Baniri? I would evolve the Baniri because I like Lopunny more than Baniri. I just really like Lopunny. Oh, this person made new Warrior Cats OCs too. Flippity flippities. What the flippities? Oh, but they don't make Chasing Nightmares none more. It was never finished. Unflippity, unflippity. Oh, flippity. That's okay. They're still a great artist. People who can make like actual like comic manga series, I'm like, that is insane to me. I don't have like the patience to do that at all. Like at all. But I look up to people who do that because I wish I could do that, you know what I mean? It's just so cool to see people like create like a concept and actually draw like scene by scene what's happening and like continue a story. I also used to follow on DeviantArt this other person who did like a manga of a Pokemon rescue team, and it had like a Weavile and a Absol. What would like type in shiny Absol and Sneasel manga rescue team. Will I find it? No, I will not find it, but I wish I had found it. I wish it was as easy as me going moon for cat comic. DeviantArt. If I do it DeviantArt, would it show up? Would it show up? You know what? An ASMR trigger that I found recently that I really, really like is a honey spoon. It like makes this cute little like makes like a. It like goes like a. As you take it out of your mouth, it goes like. And it's so satisfying. I want to get a honey spoon just so I can do that trigger on ASMR. Just like. It would be so cool. There's a couple of things I just want to get so I could do them in ASMR. Oh, I was actually gonna ask. So I was considering, but I don't know if this is like a boring hand cam idea. Okay, so I was thinking of doing this idea for hand cam, and I was like, I don't know if it's good enough or not. But I was considering, you know, kohakutu? It's like the Japanese crystal candy. Well, I really want some, but it's too expensive. It's like $50 for a box. I don't have that type of money to waste on candy. So I was considering, I would make it myself. I make like a cup, like 3 batches of kohakutu, and then I put it in the fridge and I let it harden, and then I would on stream for a hand cam, I would cut the crystals into crystal shapes so they could dry and become the candy, like the hardened form of the candy. And then a second hand cam / ASMR would be me eating it. So it'd be 2 streams. One is me cutting the crystals together to make the kohakutu or whatever, and then the second stream is me eating it. Does that sound boring or does that sound fun? I don't know how fun it would be for me to just yap at you while I cut crystals. Me when I'm like, okay guys, show up. I'm gonna do a hand cam where I cut these little jelly agar crystals into the right shape on camera. Yeah, I'm gonna be cutting the kohakutu candy. It's the crystal candy. Does that seem interesting? I was planning to do that. I thought that would be fun. And then like, and then I'll like test them on stream. And I want to make like not just the ones that look like candy. I want to also make like the ones that look like clusters. And I would also buy a mold. I'll also buy a mold, and then I would fill it, and then I would make the ones that have jam in it too, because there are ones that have jam. The jam ones look really good, like a sour jam with a sweet, like apple flavored candy. Just saying, that sounds really tasty. I know some people say they taste like too perfumey, but like, I just want to try it. I've been like, I want so badly to just order a Silky Gem box. Because Silky Gem is the place that normally makes like the very popular ones, but they're like $50. So it's like, but what if I just made them for like a little cheaper, and then I have like a whole supply of them, and then I've learned how to make them at that point, so I can make them whenever I want to make them, you know? And that's my pragmatic brain going, You could just spend this money to do this one thing, or you could just make it yourself. You know what I mean? It's like how there's this dress that I have the pattern for that I want to make because I can sew. I've never done clothes before. I make plush animals, but I've had this pattern to make this dress, and I have the material to make the dress. I've had it for 4 years because there's a dress that I really want to emulate, and I could buy one similar online, but it just seems like so much money. So I bought the material and the pattern, and I was like, well, Toka, just sew your own version of the dress. Yeah, that will happen, I guess. It's because I really wanted a dress that looks like the Vendla dress from Spring Awakening. Because one of the most iconic lines is the one where she's like, I feel like a fairy... Mama, I feel like a fairy princess. So, I still have to sew it. I have the pattern, I have the cloth, but I still have to sew it. And I just want the dress. I just think it would look so cute, like to have like a little dress themed after the Spring Awakening one. And what's funny is that she only wears that dress in like the first scene. And her mom is like, Wendla, put on something longer. You look like you're like wearing a children's dress or whatever, because it's like her like children's dress or whatever, and like it's short on her because she's wearing it as an adult or like a high schooler, and it's like whatever. And like the show is very dark. Do you know, I felt so aged. I felt so aged when I was talking to Serena on the during the Epic, the musical watch along, and I asked her if she knew Spring Awakening, and she was like, no, what's that? Oh my god. I wanted to throw myself into the abyss. Because I was like Spring Awakening, when I found it, wasn't new. It wasn't a new musical. But it was like the angst musical. Like, when you were an angsty theater kid, you listened to Spring Awakening and you saw gifs of it on Tumblr and you reposted them on Tumblr. That was like the vibe. When I was young and angsty, I was listening to Spring Awakening or Wild Party, and I was reposting pics of it on Tumblr. And then she's out here like, what's Spring Awakening? What's Wild Party? Huh? Excuse me? Excuse me? What do you mean? She's like, oh, Heathers. I'm like, oh. What do you mean? Spring Awakening banger! Spring Awakening bop! Wild Party good! Take one step! Come on, take one move. Win or lose, you're gonna make me happy. You know? You ever just angstily listen to Make Me Happy from Wild Party by Andrew Lippa? No? Crazy! You ever just angstily listen to The Dark I Know Well? Or Mirror Blue Night? I used to cry listening to Mirror Blue Night. The fact that there are people who don't know that musical, who don't do that sort of thing, who are theater kids, it just like, what do you mean? It's like the perfect musical to listen to when you're being angsty. Like, there's a song in it called Totally Effed. Totally effed, gonna mess you up. Yeah, we know you're gonna try. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. That's like a part of the musical. And then there's like, it's a story about kids who are learning about their bodies and about growing up away from the system they were born in a society in a time period where it was not traditional to ever want to think outside of the box, and you were forced to feel restrained to it. But it's like, whatever, I guess. But let me look at I do have to go eat because I'm hungry enough now where I'm what do you call? I'm hungry enough right now where I can feel my stomach physically rumbling. I'm super hungry. I have to cook. Oh. I have to make salmon and salmon and salad. Let me look at who is streaming right now. Why is everyone playing 3D games? Why would they do that to me? Well... Okay, what about this one? You could raid into Yina. Let me go to my studio. YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. Live. Oh, wait. Nana just started? No. Oh, she live? She's just started? She just started. Okay, wait. Actually, let's go to Nana because she's doing Valentine's Day. I did not even realize that it was late enough for her to start. Because my subscription feed won't freaking update. Can someone tell YouTube to fix their subscription sidebar thing? Because mine never frippin' updates anymore. Can someone please tell YouTube to fix their thing? No offense to YouTube, but it never updates. No offense to YouTube, but it tells me people are live when they're not live anymore. Have they considered fixing that? Have they considered fixing that? I feel like that'd be really cool if they fixed that. I know, they're such a small indie company. Okay, we're gonna raid into Nana. We're gonna say... Hi, Nana-chan. Nana-chan, Suki. I am Suki desu at you. The Crybabies are Suki desu at you. I hope she laughs. The Crybabies are so love at you. Blush emoji. Blush. Oh no, fluster. Fluster. No, like, yeah. This one. That is a good raid message if I've ever seen one. That is a good raid message if I've ever seen one. Okay. So we're gonna raid into Nana, and you're gonna send. And if I don't see the Crybaby sending that message, I'll be upset. I just cooked that so long. You better send that raid message, even if it's a little embarrassing. Okay. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I'm gonna be streaming Overcooked 2 with Yui, okay? We gotta practice. We have practice tomorrow. Team practice, her and I. Okay? You ready? 3, 2, 1.